If you wouldn't mind, would you share with us your name, the name of your group or studio or your company, and then the name of your game?
Sure. My name is Ivan Moltini. My company is called Good Morning Games, but it's just my wife and I, so...
And that's the whole studio, actually. The three of us are making this game, which is Knights of the Deep.
So I'm Paolo. I'm a solo developer of Halo Rider games.
I'm actually self-employed, so I'm developing games on my own for now.
I never made a game before this one, so it's like my first game. It's much harder to make a game than anyone thinks.
It also means there's 1,000 bugs I have to fix every day.
Just didn't know if the game had, you know, this acceptance from the general audiences.
It can be a bit tough to get visibility for your game.
Basically, no one knew the game existed.
Having done this myself and then with the help of my wife, you know, it's a monumental task.
There's so many moving parts and so many things that can go wrong.
The whole effort of you know, marketing and developing and testing and coming up with new ideas is wholly done in-house. And for 3 people, that's a lot of work.
Getting your game in front of people is kind of like what makes all the stress worth it. And I never thought I'd ever be seeing over 100,000 people reacting to my game all at once. So it's kind of like, I don't know, very surreal, like I said.
No, it was fantastic. People liked it. I got, oh my God, I think it was like an 800% increase in wish lists in the minute that my trailer was up.
The gameplay being shown and the game was actually quite interesting for me, as so many people came that crashed the servers.
And from then on, we were sure that people would want the game.
From OTK, I think I got something like 2,000 players in my closed beta.
And since OTK, we got to see that it's really possible.
So if you want to do it, now is the best time to do it because you have so many tools.
And even if you're not working on a game, whatever you're doing, just keep at it. You know, that's what I wanted to say.
Well, back at it again, boys. 2023 OTK Games Expo. I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't ever know if we're going to do another one of these, and I am really glad to be back here at the We Play studio, and we're going to be looking at probably over like 40 different games today. And also, I am not doing this by myself. I am joined here with Extra Emily, Ms. Kiff, Emaru, and Tectone. How you guys doing?
Hello.
Excited?
Great.
All right. Well, also, of course, this is going to be a traditional Asmongold stream, which means that I'm going to be mainly just reacting to somebody else doing all the work. And let's go ahead and take a look at who that's going to be. I'd like to introduce you guys to a friend I think a lot of you guys already know, S-Fan. How you doing?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. Yo, hello. What's up, guys? My name is S-Fan, and this is the OTK Games Expo. Yes, very good. We are so unbelievably excited to finally get this thing out to you guys. Last year was absolutely incredible, and our team, our staff, everybody has put so much time and effort and work into this. The people that you see here, a little bit, but the people behind the scenes, they're putting in all the work, all the effort, and they've absolutely killed it. And we cannot wait to show you guys the games that we're about to show you guys today. So we also have our variety gaming panel up top. Nick, how you feeling?
Well, S-Fan, I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for the introduction. We are the Variety Gaming Panel. My name is Nick, of course. I am not alone. I'm joined by 2 of the best gamers in OTK. What's wrong?
Thank you, yes.
What's wrong, Chance?
As head of Chief Operating Department of Variety Gaming, Chance being the guy below me, they got my picture over there. It's just so...
Okay.
What?
Seer has... He just beat Dark Souls, and the game came out 15 years ago.
Okay,
so
you are significantly out of touch. Okay,
buzzwords. He's just trying to throw out buzzwords. But here at the Variety Panel, we're gonna, look at a lot of these different games, go over a lot of the nitty-gritty details that they've put in, highlight some key points, and I'm excited to see these games, Nick.
I'm more excited, actually.
He's not more excited.
And we got chat open. We're reading chat, guys, so we are paying attention to you.
Shut the fuck up.
What? This is a Twitch stream.
Okay, you're right. Go ahead, Nick. Do the host thing.
Honestly, I'm just excited that we're here again. This is where you're going to get some great analysis. As you can see, the 3 best gamers in OTK. By far, it's not even close.
That is not an achievement.
It's like it goes like boom, boom, or boom, boom, boom. And then boom.
Exactly. Either way, you know what? Enough about us, guys. Let's just get back to Asmon, okay?
Back to you, Asmongold.
Don't do that ever again.
Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate you padding out the runtime for the show. That's going to be super important. So, guys, last year what we did is we gave away $50,000 in prizing to some of these indie developers. And this year, you know what we're going to do? The exact same thing. But it's going to be a little bit different this year because we're going to be splitting it up into 2 $25,000 categories. The first category here is going to be $25,000 going to the game that is the OTK choice. From everybody who's on the team here, it is the game that we feel like has the most potential, and we really want to put some money towards making that game turn into a reality. Now, the other $25,000, however, is going to be you guys. That's because you guys can go over to discord.gg/OTK network, and the game that gets the most votes is going to be getting a $25,000 grant by us to help continue and make their game a reality. And for a lot of you guys, obviously, actually, you might be watching from Steam right now. You can go over to our Steam community page, and you can follow that. It's the OTK Steam community. And you can see all of the games that we're showing today, as well as wish list, and play them. And oftentimes, in some cases, you can play them today. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. And obviously, this is a tremendous accomplishment. And I'm just really happy, honestly, to see so many of these developers coming on here and showing their games. A number of the games that they showed last year I had a chance to play. But speaking of being able to play them, I'd like to actually go to one of the main things that we need to do today is our first ad, which is going to be, guess what? Starforge Systems. And so we got something pretty special going on here, right?
Something pretty special, man.
This is the Mech PC?
Yes, sir. Well, as you guys know, I'm out here from Starforge Systems, and it's really good to be here at the
OTK
Games Expo. I'm joined today by my good friend Ron from Blue Horse Studios. You guys might have seen some of his old work, like his Elden Ring computer, his Last of Us computer, and many more. We have something really awesome to show you today, don't we, Ron?
Yeah, we sure do. We were reached out to from Starforge last year at TwitchCon. We were down there together at the same time, and I got an email from Nick. He said, hey, we got this real special project that we want to work on with you. Can you meet us up for a cup of coffee really quick? And so they came over and we discussed a few ideas and hammered out some things that they wanted to see, like in this project. And we headed back to Portland with our juices flowing and just the creative energy, knowing that we were going to create something really awesome together.
It looks like we did, man.
Yeah.
So we want to introduce to you guys our 101 custom Mech PC. It's amazing, man. Honestly, this thing is basically taller than Miskif. Can you let us know, like, the process of putting this thing together?
Yeah, so we came up with a few different ideas. Some of the ideas weren't going to work. One of the original ideas was actually to create the PC just in the mech's helmet, and then we decided maybe just to do it in the bus, but the overall scale was just going to be too big. So we decided to actually just build a full-size mech and scale him down a little bit. And yeah, he has over about 2,000 print time hours into him, just in the print time.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then the...
I'm not supposed to touch it.
So, and then the post-processing, of course, like the sanding and the painting, you know, all the putty work and stuff like that, at another, you know, like 400 or 500 hours to the build, and that's just the top portion.
Right.
And like, this is the biggest PC that we've ever built to date.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
it is, and it was like a really exciting build to do. We also made this base for it. It stands on top of the PC. This is the View 71 tower by Thermaltake. You can remove that and stand it up in its original position and put the mech on the launch platform on the bottom there.
That's sick.
Yeah.
So we got to let them know then that this is not just a showpiece. This is a fully functioning computer.
Fully functioning computer in there. It's built on Intel's architecture. There's a 13900K process in there, the MSI 4090, 64 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive, 1,000 watt power supply, custom cables by Mainframe Customs. Yeah, it's a full gaming rig. You can stream on it pretty much anything.
So what you're saying is it doesn't just look powerful, it is powerful.
It is powerful.
Well, I want to thank you again, Ron, for creating something so amazing. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. No, you can't buy this computer. I'm sorry. But Asman tried to buy it, and we weren't going to let that anywhere near his room. However, you can buy this. We're presenting our first limited run 1 of 20 mech PC, or our massively excellent computational hardware. This is the baddest PC in the galaxy. Featuring a Strix RTX 4090, 64 gigs of Corsair Dominator DDR5 RAM, a custom case, glass etching, and light box from our friends at Gallery Panda, and that part we're most excited for, Intel's i9-13900KS. It's their top-of-the-line processor with 24 cores, 32 threads. The CPU is an absolute beast for content creation, and you can leverage Intel QuickSync Video for improved performance in video editing and stream encoding. Thank you to Intel for helping make this computer as awesome as it is. Guys, not only is this computer available now for purchase on our website, we're also giving one away. Head over to OTK's Twitter and enter the giveaway to win your very own mech computer. Thank you again to Asman and OTK for having us here. And remember, StarForceSystems.com for the best PCs in the universe. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, I wasn't sure if we were supposed to be quiet there or not. No, anyway, yes, there is a discount going on as well at StarForge, a 5% discount, as well as a free PC being given away on the OTK Twitter. It would not be an OTK event without a free StarForge PC being given away. But I know a lot of you guys are here for the games, so let's get right into it. The first game you're able to play on Steam right now. There is a playable demo. And this game is Toxic Crusaders.
Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader. I had no friends, no girls would hug me till I got radioactive ugly. Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader. I live in the dark 'cause the red's real low. Got a little bit blood and he loves me so. Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader. Now me and the boss, we fight against rogue. Even though we're hideously deformed. Hey, I'm sitting on top of the world with my mighty two-head girl. Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader, Toxic Crusader, Toxic.
Come on, Crusaders. It's cleanup time.
Welcome back, everybody. You guys just saw We Who Are About to Die, which is available now on Steam, and Toxic Crusaders, which you can wishlist on Steam. So that Toxic Crusaders kind of remind me of, I played a bunch of Turtles in Time back on the Super Nintendo, remind me of that. But guys, it's time for us now to enter the arena. Let's get into some action games. Our first game for today is a 2D action game, action-adventure game, called Turnip Boy Robs a Bank from Snoozy Kazoo. All right. Our next game is a 4-player co-op game set in a futuristic dystopia inspired by Robin Hood. And that is Gangs of Sherwood by Appeal Studios.
Sherwood is out of trouble for now, but Loxley will keep burning until we stop the pounding.
And terminate that fraud of a general once and for all.
I love the confidence, but Guy of Gisborne is an evil mastermind, and we don't even have the slightest inkling of a plan.
How does that differ from any other day?
It's time to upgrade your nose, if you can't even smell an ambush anymore. I got an upgrade of my own, courtesy of the Sheriff of Nottingham.
I remember your voice! Assassin!
All right, that's Gangs of Sherwood. So remember, guys, you can add any of these games to your Steam wish list right now, actually. So whether it's Turnip Boy Robs a Bank or Gangs of Sherwood, you guys can make sure to add that to your Steam wish list right now. Our next game is from Ziggurat Interactive, and it's a 2.5D hack and slash side-scrolling game that is it's set in like a biopunk sort of theme from a game from 24 years ago. That game is Slave 0X.
My hand sent 100 tyrant kings to their graves, and yet their deaths begat only more death.
Sovkhan and his calamities, they're all going to pay.
You can still turn back, Joe. The calamities are not yet involved.
I'm not coming back until it's finished.
You cannot comprehend what it is you are starting. Persistent little devil. I admire your drive to kill the Khan.
Come and take it!
I know that heaven is what you seek. Everything you've been told is a lie, Uriel.
No! The Sovkhan is our loving God!
You are nothing.
I am perfection. You're almost there, Guardian. One final ascent.
It's him. Sovkhan, show yourself! Alert. Prepare for a close imminent event.
I could not kill his suffering, so I would cast aside that fatal weakness to become something more.
Who is this?
I am the Sovereign Khan's oldest and most faithful servant.
Dude, that game looks so freaking good. All these games are going to look so good today. I'm incredibly excited to keep showing you guys what else we got. But Slave 0X, that's available now to wishlist on Steam. Make sure you do that. And Asmon, what'd you think?
Honestly, like with a lot of the action games, I'm pretty excited to see them. I think especially the one that I really liked a lot was the second one, the Nottingham game. I thought that was just amazing, the Gangs of Sherwood, I mean. And I really enjoyed that one a lot, but especially the Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. I like the it kind of had like a bullet hell type nature to it, etc. But I think actually, why don't we throw it over to Miz? Let's get another soundbite for Donkey. What do you think about the game?
Asman, great question. This is exactly what the Game Expo is all about. I love Turnip Boy. I love the contrasting cuteness and violence that goes on in the game, and it really does remind me a lot of Enter the Gungeon, which I absolutely love. Puzzle mechanics look fantastic, and overall, this looks like a fantastic bullet hell game. What do you think, Emily?
I think the art style is really cute, so I really like it, and I feel like they put a lot of love into the characters, so I would be so excited to play this as well.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Jump King mixed with Skyrim.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. This game looks absolutely fantastic. I'm very excited about it. It actually is a sequel, I believe, from Turnip Boy Evades Tax Evasion, which is very interesting.
Tectone told me that yesterday. I thought it was a joke. But
No, that's deadass a game.
Oh, yeah,
it's a
that's
good
so
game
funny.
too. The game looks super good. I would love to play this. Looks good.
I want to commit tax evasion and rob a bank. That sounds great.
I do that every day now. I can do it in game.
All right, so the next game, Gangs of Sherwood. The second one, I'm going to be honest, I thought it would just look awesome. Like, the graphics looked great, the movement looked great, everything about it. I was really honestly impressed by it. The combo system, you got like a little bit of a, I think that combo systems are really good for games because obviously it gives the people that are like really into them a way that they can compete with themselves, etc. And just in general, I just really think the game plays well. To me, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, they absolutely nailed the animations here, which is very difficult to do in these kind of genres. And there's a massive market for fantasy games like this, and they have very unique classes, which I'm very interested in.
I think it's crazy that this is like an indie game because it looks so high quality and like you can see so far into the distance. It looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, this game looks like something that me and the boys are going to play on the weekend, grind this out. Reminds me a lot of Vermintide, mixed with a little bit of Devil May Cry elements. Looks like it's going to be an absolute slammer. This is probably one of my most anticipated games I've seen so far. I can't wait, man.
I don't think it's really a surprise, but like whenever the guy came in with the really big hammer and started smashing things, I thought that was really cool, and so that was like my favorite part.
Yeah.
But overall, yes, extremely excited for that game. And also third one, Slave Zero X. I'm like probably one of very many of you guys that grew up, in CC's Pizza, Mr. Gotti's, etc., playing games that look exactly like this and then crying and begging my mom for more quarters because I sucked at them. So honestly, whenever I see a new game like this, it's coming out, somebody's still carrying on to tradition, I absolutely love to see it. So what do you guys think about this one?
Yeah, this really, to me, is the next step in this type of genre. You have these kind of games at the pizza place. You have these, whenever you went to the arcade. But this is the next step, this 2.5 style that they're doing right here. I think it just looks beautiful, and the side-scrolling, to me, is fantastic. I think this game is going to kill it, and you should add it on your wish list right now.
Miz, you're so knowledgeable. When I look at this game, I'm like, oh, I just want to get out there and slash everyone. So it looks like a great game to let loose and have fun.
Yeah, Miz, you're pretty knowledgeable, man. What's another 2.5D game that you know of, Miz?
Exactly what I'm saying, Tectone.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I love about this game is the art style is just so beautiful. And to me, it's exactly what the Game Expo is all about. It's just showcasing games like this that, may not be able to get their marketing out there, but we're able to just show in front of, possibly hundreds of thousands of people who can add it to their wish list right now.
Just like
anyway, how to vote, guys. Keep in mind that you're able to vote for one of these games for chat's choice of $25,000. Go over to the discord.gg/OTK network, and you can take a look at the games that you're able to see, our Steam community page as well, and you're able to play at least some of these games right now, as well as wish list them for whenever they come out. But before we go to an ad break, we'd like to show you one more game, and we're going to take a quick break to show an exclusive showing of a new game, Alien Hominid Invasion.
Oh,
Welcome back, everybody. You guys just saw Alien Hominid Invasion and Brotato. The full release, the 1.0 release of Brotato, is coming on June 23rd. So you want to make sure to check those out on Steam, wishlist them. Alien Hominid, it's old from Newgrounds. It's like pretty cool. You know, I'm an old internet guy, right? So seeing that was like kind of sick, getting that in the show. But next up, we're going to go into some adventure games. So we're going to kick it off with a single-player survival horror from Santa Ragione called Saturnalia.
Cielo nero, urla il vento al cimitero. Sasso, ferro, campanaggio, ringhia il lupo nel crepaccio.
Okay, that creeped me out, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. Our next game is from Fervor Games. It's from Fervor Games. Also, make sure to go wishlist. Make sure to go wishlist that game. All the games in today's show, you guys can go on Steam, add them to your wish list. You guys can even buy some of them. Some of them are out now, but make sure to add them all to your wish lists. Our next game is a monster catching game. You can train them up, you can level them up. It's from Fervor Games, and it's called Creature Keeper. That was a cute, cozy game, Creature Keeper. Make sure to add that to your Steam wishlist right now, and we can actually find out a little bit more about it because I think we got Asvin here with a dev interview.
Yeah, we're going to be interviewing the developer, and honestly, I'd like him to introduce himself because I think I'm going to mispronounce his name. But anyway, I'd like to ask him a little bit about kind of what's going on with that game, kind of where they're coming from, and everything like that. So whenever he's ready, I'm ready to go. So, yeah. Hey, what's going on, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Trailer was awesome. And, hey, I'm Fervor from Fervor Games. I'm basically a one-man studio. And working with Graffiti Games as the publisher. And we got like a couple of contractors, and yeah, that's my game.
So you just started this game all by yourself. What gave you the idea to make a game this way? What was like your inspiration for this game?
So Creature Keeper has kind of just been like my game that I've like sandboxed through like, I started off as a hobbyist, and Creature Keeper's kind of just been this prototype game that has grown alongside me through all these years. And I started off as a hobbyist, didn't really know anything, no programming or no art, nothing, and I kind of just got into game development and fell in love with every aspect of it. And the one thing that attracted me the most was just gameplay. So, you know, I was just working on all these creatures, all these items, all these weapons and stuff. And like eventually, like through lots of prototyping and failed prototypes as well,
That's part of the process.
Came across the idea. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I came across this idea of just like literally flipping a 0 to a 1, and then you're able to just have creatures on your team. And, you know, it's cool because all the, you know, all the stuff I've been working on in terms of like creature AI and stuff, it's like now that they're on your team, like any creatures that I make that are like fun to fight against are also fun to fight alongside.
So you started designing the game to kill the creatures, and then you maybe thought, hey, maybe this would be an interesting idea. Maybe we could not kill them and actually just make friends with them instead. Is that pretty much what you're saying?
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. Like my goal with Creature Keeper like ended up being like, how do we make the creatures the stars of the game? Like it's as you said, you know, like just every game is like you're fighting monsters, but in Creature Keeper you're befriending creatures.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really interesting concept. I mean, seeing the graphics and everything, it definitely reminds me of a lot of the games that I grew up with. So I'm really excited to see where you take the game, and thank you very much for coming on and talking about the game. Again, the game is Creature Keeper, and it is going to be available on Steam at some point, and you can add it to your wish list now. So I'll take it back over to S-Fan, and we'll continue the show.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you guys about our next game. That was great. Our next game is from Valhalla Cats, and it's actually called, well, let me tell you a little bit about it first. It's a narrative-driven platformer that kind of channels the classic 80s, 90s animation style. It's really cool. I loved it. Check it out. It's called Stars in the Trash. There it is, guys. Stars in the Trash, which is the name of the game, not a nickname for live streamers. But yeah, Stars in the Trash, you guys want to check it out. Get it on Steam, wish listed on Steam right now. And I'm going to throw it up to our Variety Gaming panel to discuss. Nick, what'd you guys think up there?
S-Fan, we thought, it was awesome. But before we get into these adventure games, I got something cool to say, okay? We are giving away 3 Voyager Creator Elites PCs with Starforge. So you got to make sure that you guys enter that. We are also giving away merch, $100 vouchers, plus gamer sub stuff, a Razer chair. You can see it right there on the screen. So make sure you guys enter this super awesome giveaway.
Super giveaway.
Super giveaway, which is great and awesome. So there you go. There should be some instructions how to enter that in the chat, things like that on Twitter, etc. So yeah, awesome. So I think we're ready to get into the adventure games. Chance, how you feeling?
I felt great, if we can get some B-roll of a first game here, Saturnalia.
Yeah.
That, you know, I love horror games. I'm a big fan of horror games, and I love it when I see a horror game take a crazy twist and just get kind of crazy with it. That game, with all those different perspectives, we've got third person, I saw some top down, I mean, the color changes and just the ridiculousness of the horror aura and take that they're throwing into it. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, you know, an interesting aspect about this game, Chance, that I read up on it, actually, when you lose all of your characters, the roads change. So things change depending on whether or not you lose, which I'm sure you do a lot of, and you're going to be experienced. So that's pretty, I don't know, should I say Pog Champion?
Oh my God, no
Oh my
way.
God. I'm going to be adding that one to my wish list.
So all your characters die and the roads change. What does that mean, Seer?
Well, you'd have to play to find out, which is what I'm going to be doing. So,
but yeah, you're
thanks
looking.
for asking.
You're looking here at the game. I like the animations. I like that. I guess is that hand drawn? I have no idea. It's very unique. I haven't really seen anything that looks like that before, and I'm excited to get my hands on it and just kind of see how it plays. It's really unique.
Cool. Yeah, I personally get really scared with scary games, so it's going to be something.
It shows, Nick. It shows.
Well, you know what? Yeah, Seer, how do you feel about Creature Keeper?
Okay, so Creature Keeper, one-man studio game, looks great, got good nostalgia. You cook yummy food, crafting trinkets, you got power-ups, you got a pocket garden that stores all your information. I'm excited to see endgame in that. What happens after level 50?
Oh, the endgame. Okay.
Yeah. So
we got to talk with the dev, and which was pretty cool to see that he's sort of a one-man team with some contracting on the side here and there. But overall, you first look at it, it looks cute, it looks cozy. But looking at it a little bit closer, it's more than just capturing creatures. I saw a boomerang weapon. There it is, the boomerang weapon.
That's my favorite weapon.
Okay. There's caves for you to explore. I saw some chest loot. I think I saw a talent system. You got, of course, the pet management that comes with the creatures. This game has a lot to it, but it's also that really nice indie pixel art style that seems to do well with pretty much every game that goes with it when it's done right. And this game seems to have done it right.
And I love that it focuses on befriending beasts and making friends, something that I need more of. Yeah, as a lonely guy, this is going to be perfect for me. So I'm definitely going to be adding that to my wish list.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that being able to, make friends in game is super important to a lot of people because friends are super important. We got to make sure that we, find them in any way that we can.
I consider you a really good friend.
I don't even like you after you said about me earlier, but either way. So
don't touch me.
Stars in the Trash, Chance.
Stars in the Trash. So that's the, let's get some B-roll of Stars in the Trash here. That was the cat game. And we saw with Stray, I'm pretty sure it got some type of game of the year for something. I don't know. But people love cats. They love that narrative-driven story.
Yeah.
And you can tell the devs of this game have cats. They're highlighting all the different things that cats like to do, scratching on the window. They probably even got their own cats to voice act. I'm sure a lot of people's cats at home were freaking out.
A little bit of meow, like, meow, I'm a cat, control me.
Wait, try that one more time.
I'm a narrative-driven platformer.
Try that again.
What does the cat sound like?
Meow. Meow. Hey, listen, I wonder if there's a skill tree and endgame in this game, because if there is, I want to see what that cat can unlock at the end.
There's not going to be a skill tree in this.
You got a dog with wheelbarrow legs. You got.
You do not. Okay, you're going to talk about a skill tree. Okay, let's move on.
All right.
But they've got great characters. We saw the dog with wheels that looked fun. It reminded me a lot of the movie Homeward Bound.
Yep.
So a nice game with a story kind of driven like that. With
you got puzzles.
A lot of puzzles and that adorable animation.
Watercolor painting. It just looks great. I would love to play that game with you.
It's a single-player game.
Oh.
You guys could play on the couch together or something.
I'm relatively sure it's a single-player game, but, I mean, the art style is clearly very nice, but let's wrap this the fuck up.
Okay,
Meow.
okay. All right, chat.
Meow.
Chat. You guys right now can vote for your favorite game in Discord, in the OTK Network Discord, in the Expo voting channel. Make sure that you guys do that right now. You can figure out your way how to get in there. I'm sure you guys have been there. Just go find it, go vote, okay? And before we go to a quick break, check out the Spirit of the Samurai game trailer right now.
I'm going to tell you a story about 3 extraordinary spirits united to face the darkness. warriors defying fate and even death. I, Kitsune, spirit of the forest, was a witness and a part of it.
Welcome back, guys. You guys just saw Rekka. Make sure to add it to your Steam wish list right now. And we're going to get into some strategy games. Our first game for strategy is from Ring Lab, and it's a game that you can go and you can build colonies on a forgotten moon, and it's called Scorchlands. Guys, you can get Scorchlands on Steam now, so make sure to go check it out on Steam. Our next game is from Code 351, and it's a game where you're on the mean streets of Earth's last city. Got tongue-tied a little bit there, but that game is called the Project Haven.
Alrighty, boys and girls, this is our first proper gig since the breakup. Rex doesn't think we'll make it on our own, and we'll go crawling back with our tails between our legs. Fuck that. We're steel dragons now. We don't crawl for anyone.
You guys can add Project Haven on Steam now to your wish list. And there's actually a closed beta sign up that's going to be available very, very soon. So make sure to check out Project Haven. It kind of has that feeling of the old XCOM or Silent Storm style of games. So that one looks really, really cool to me. I'm very excited about that. Our next game that we're going to show you guys is from Hippo Rider Games, and it's a single-player roguelike auto battler. And that game's called The Soul Walkers. You guys can add the Soul Walkers to your Steam wishlist now. Make sure to check it out. Make sure to add it to your Steam wishlist. Again, like I said earlier, just like all these games, check it out on Steam. You can buy some of them already, but all of them, make sure to add them to your wish lists. On that note, let's go ahead and take it up to our Variety Gaming panel. We're going to take it back to them to discuss the game a little bit. Nick, how's it going?
It is going great. Once again, S-Fan, thank you. But before we get into talking about these strategy games, I got something else cool to talk about, guys.
Do you?
OTK merch.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Merch is on sale right now. As you can see, we are wearing some of them right in studio, but here they are on the screen. Check it out. All these new designs, they are awesome. They are fresh. You know, if you want to look like super cool like Sia or great like Chance, that's the way to do it.
No, we talked about it. We thought about wearing suits to this, but instead we decided to wear our...
We did.
If I could jump into the excuse to wear a suit, I would, but I chose this. It just looks so good. How do we get it again? Because I want to get more of this.
You can go to the website. You can buy it there, otknetwork.com.
Dude,
isn't that awesome?
Thank you so much for that information.
That is
really
amazing. But hey,
appreciate it.
Let's get into the games.
Oh,
absolutely.
Chance, let's talk about them. How you feel?
Well, the first game on that list was Scorchlands, and at first look, it made me immediately think of a game called Dwarf Romantic, which I think is also, or potentially showing in this.
I thought that as well.
Dwarf Romantic, a game I personally love, that top-down hexagon look. Very cozy, very nice game. But then I looked, and it's clearly got a whole different take on it, and it seems like a terrain management game. It's hard to fully know without actually fully playing it, but you also have a character that's running around. I saw a talent tree in there. So it looks like a really fun game to kind of sit back, play on an iPad. Still play it on PC, which I played Dwarf Romantic on PC, so I'm sure it'll be the same. But just a very different take on it and a whole lot of different aspects.
I agree with everything that you said. I love the fact, well, I did a little bit of research, guys.
Let's hear it.
So you can terraform. You terraform the moon. I love terraforming.
Terrain management. It's just a...
Well, terraform sounds cool. Like
it does sound cool.
Guys, this isn't a competition with
you. You get to build colonies, connect them with lasers, and it does remind me a lot of Dwarf Romantic as well. And I played a lot of that, and I beat a lot of that.
At first look, it looks like Dwarf Romantic. It is. I think it's very different.
This is
it is very different. But you're right. Colony management, terrain management. I see higher levels. I see like canyons.
Are you good at that kind of stuff?
No, I'm terrible at that game. But
you're terrible at a lot of games, Chance.
Dude, stop. It's not the place for it. But very excited for Scorchlands and happy to see it.
Okay, let's talk about Project Haven. Your thoughts?
So Project Haven is, I've personally never played XCOM. It's a game I've wanted to at least try, but it does remind me a lot of that. But the key difference that I saw was instead of just telling you a percentage about whether you're going to miss or land a shot, it actually zooms you into first person, and you have that hip fire circle, so you get to feel whether you're going to miss or land a hit. And I thought that was a really cool take on it. And I know these kind of games are hard to do. So you really got to actually take in your environment and whether you actually have line of sight on someone, and it's very accurate with that zoom in. And I thought that was really cool.
You got an arsenal of guns. You can customize the guns. Yeah, that's the thing about squad tactics games. You know, you get all of that, and you get it all 1 to 4 players. A lot of line of sight going on there. And Chance, I'm thinking I would love to be on your squad of 4.
You know,
I think we could chill till like 2, 6 in the morning.
And you see, there's the zoom-in perspective. Yep. You can kind of see that circle. You can see your actual accuracy. A lot of the environment seems to be interactable, too. I saw them push a dumpster. So it just looks like a really fun, tactical turn-based shooter, which are very hard to pull off. And this game seems to have done it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We have one more game to talk about, the Soul Walkers. Chance.
I'm not going to beat around the bush on the Soul Walkers. It looks a lot like TFT. And keep in mind, that is a compliment in itself, but they're going for a roguelike take on it, which seems really fun. I'm curious to see how they do the balancing. Because I saw a boss fight in there. You see the PvE, how does the difficulty? I see a Slay the Spire-esque kind of pathway choosing to pick from. A lot of roguelikes like to do that. So I'm curious to see how this game's going to play out, but I mean, I don't know a lot of games that have done a single-player auto-battler like this before.
I think this is going to be fun. I'm going to crack this open. It's an auto-battler, and it's combined with a roguelike, so you get to choose your upgrade, select it, hope it works out. Boom, auto-battle, let it play out. I'm just going to chill. We'll be hanging out like we always do,
all the
playing
time.
Video games.
Yeah, we love that.
All right, well, I think I'm going to be really good at that game.
I don't think so.
Okay, you know what? Whatever. We're never going to talk about that. Okay, chat, again, it is your turn, guys. Go into OTK Network's Discord and vote for your favorite game in the Expo channel, okay? You guys have a say. It's awesome. Make sure you go in there and vote your opinion. It's going to be awesome. But before we take a quick break, let's check out Karuman Hyper Auto Battlers and make sure to add it to your Steam wishlist as well.
Even gods need a way to pass the time, but they have grown bored of the same old games. It was time for something new, and that's how it all began, as a simple game of cards. These cards were land, upon which you would build settlements for your followers, placing trees and stone for them to craft the tools they would need. Defend your shrine, answer the prayers of your followers, save these doomed isles, and you shall prove yourself a worthy victor. And so the game began. Would any of them rise above their adversaries and take their place at the head of the Pantheon? Find out for yourself when the game comes to Steam Early Access this September.
Guys, you just saw these doomed isles. Make sure to add that to your Steam wish list. And again, just like every other game, wish list, wish list, wish list. There's probably a wish list counter on several streams right now. I don't know, probably Forson's or somebody else's. I know Forson's probably jumping for joy constantly this whole time. But we're going to go to our next segment, and that's going to be platformers. Our first game is from Cray Spirit. It's a Metroidvania game with bullet hell mechanics. There's some buzzwords for you guys. Is buzzword a buzzword at this point? I don't even know. It is? Okay. So anyway, our first game is Tevi. T-E-V-I, Tevi. Check it out. All right, that was Tevi. Make sure to check that out on Steam. Add that to your wish list as well. Add Tevi on your Steam wish list. Our next game coming up is from Purple Ray Studio, and it's a couch co-op 3D platformer, and it's called Bodhi Byteland Overclocked. Check it out. Wish list now, guys. Make sure to add that to your Steam wish list. Again, that was Bodhi Byteland Overclocked is the name of the game. And our next game coming up is actually from a studio called Team Ugly, which was our first name for OTK before we decided to go with something else. And that game is called Ugly. All right, that was Ugly, and if you guys want, you guys can add that to your Steam wishlist now as well. We're gonna go ahead and swing it on over to Asmon, who is actually about to do an interview with the producer for Ugly.
So I have to do the interview for the game called Ugly? What a coincidence. Yeah. All right. Well, I kind of feel like kind of a jackass because their name is Team Ugly, but I'd like to welcome Rita Fortuny to the show. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it. How you doing?
You're welcome. I'm very happy to be here and also very excited. Well, the fact is that I don't know if this is excitement or maybe anxiety, but the fact is that I'm very happy here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the game, I mean, I have to say, like, for me, I would understand, like, what my inspiration for making a game like this would be, but I was actually curious what drove your team to make Ugly and, what inspired you to make the game?
Yeah, sure. I think that one part that we have in common is that we have a lot of ugliness inside of our hearts. We are like 10 people, more or less, and we met in a co-working space. And the idea started to develop like 10 years ago in the hand of Gerard Singerlin, writing his ideas in a very sad napkin in the saddest bars from Barcelona. So the idea come up from the innovative mechanic, which is a mirror that needs to reflect the main character. And from this mechanic, it comes up all the imaginary, all the narrative, and all the stuff surrounding.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I think that the narrative of the game and the way that it's designed, and especially like I really like the art style of the game because it's really interesting whenever you see a type of game that really kind of takes an idea that's so unique, and especially like an aesthetic that is, very intentionally, not necessarily pleasing, and they make an art style that's really impressive. So I really like that as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. The fact is that as I'm the producer, I am also quite sad because it's quite expensive to make this kind of art because I think that we are silly because we don't reuse assets because like every pixel is unique in each level. We try to make the opposite of the narrative, which is very ugly.
Okay, so yeah, you make a very beautiful game called Ugly. Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you so much.
Great. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. And again, you can add Ugly to your wish list on Steam. So thank you very much, Rita.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
And anyway, before we go ahead and we talk about the different games, I would like to remind you all again that we do have the 20 mech PCs from StarForge for sale. They are going on, I think they're being on sale now, and as well, there's a 5% discount coupon today for anything on StarForgeSystems.com. But now that we've seen the platformer games, Mizkif, which one reminds you the most of Jump King?
The answer is all of them, Asmon. They all remind me of Jump King.
Really?
I think that they are great platformers, but the game that I'm very excited about first is honestly the game Tevi. This, to me, is exactly what the Game Expo is all about.
Yeah.
Tevi, it obviously looks like a little bit of Maple Story mixed with Jump King. I think we all can agree with that, with a little bit of Anime Girls. But
it wasn't a little bit. I actually paid attention to every single character. I don't think a single one of the characters didn't either have cat ears or bunny ears.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we need at the Game Expo. This is a perfect game. It fits in perfectly with, audiences like Tectone's. And what I love about it is the juggling and dash mechanics that go with it. It looks very swift, which is really hard to do for some of these games. It just looks fantastic. Emmy, what do you think?
This game has a lot of things that I like. I like when games have the damage numbers on the screen. I think that's really big. There's colorful projectiles going everywhere. There's so much going on the screen. It looks really fun. Visual novel elements. The art looks really nice. I think it's a really cool looking game. What do you think, Emily?
I agree. I really like how you can do the attack combos, look really satisfying as well. And when I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, this looks nice. And then they added the anime girls, and I was like, wow, it's
yeah, it just got better and better.
Exactly. So it was a nice surprise.
Super cute.
Yes.
One other thing that's really good about this game that it's very hard to get as an indie developer is the music. I think the music in this game, to me, you could see this out of straight up a AAA studio. It's beautiful music. I saw the chat was loving it before as well. And honestly, for this side scroll, I think it'd be a fantastic platform.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the first time that I've ever seen a Metroidvania-type platformer game that, like, I mean, most of these really are catered towards about 30-year-old men that are into, you know, the old games that they have whenever they're growing up. And so it's interesting to see a completely new perspective on it. However, I'd like to talk also about the second game here, Body Byteland Overclocked. I kind of like the idea of it. Originally, it reminded me a lot of kind of like Fall Guys with like the different jump mechanics where you're able to go to different areas and, you know, interact with other players. And I thought this game looked really, really nice. I think that's one thing that really impressed me about it a lot is like the fluidity of gameplay that it had. And that's something that, to me, is like a S-tier value, is the most important thing.
Yeah. Very difficult to do in these type of platformers is to actually have a world that not only feels open but has a lot of things to do. And one thing I would say about this game is there's a lot to do. There's a lot of content throughout it. There's very little downtime in this game, which is great. And overall, the puzzles look really exciting, and I'm excited to play it. It reminds me a lot of one of my favorite platformers, Mario 64.
I really like the worlds that they're in. The platforms, they're very responsive. It's very interactive and engaging. Like, it's just fun to watch. You can see when you jump on things, there's things exploding everywhere, colors, all the projectiles. It's just very beautiful. It looks like a chaotic and fun game.
I think it's nice that they were able to showcase a 3D platformer game, so you get to see all different movement styles, and I agree with what you guys both said. I think this is really what the Game Expo is all about.
Aspen, does this remind you of like a little Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah, I mean, like, well, back in the day, I used to play that all the time. Like, yeah, those original, like, PS1 and PS2 games, oh my God, yeah, they were some of my favorites. So I really like this one a lot. And the last one, I guess, you know, again, I feel like I should probably be the one to start this discussion. Ugly. Very interesting game. I'll be honest, the first time that I saw it, it really caught my attention, especially in terms of, like, its style and just, like, the, it had, like, this, like, type of melancholy ambience to it, and then to talk to the producer and have them, you know, explain how they just made pretty much everything from scratch and they don't just reuse a lot of assets. I mean, I don't know, I've been playing a lot of AAA games recently and they don't even do that.
Yeah, this game to me, I think it's just a beautiful puzzle game. I'm very excited about it. Tips actually wrote in my notes that this game is a story about Miskiff's CX lore, which is very interesting for Tips to say. But the art in this game looks beautiful. I think we all can agree it's something that stands out throughout this entire expo. And I just love the horror atmosphere that it brings. It's really beautiful. And it's honestly very...
Miz, those are your notes? What? Tips wrote in your notes that?
Yeah. Tips wrote in my notes. I mean, what do you think? Weird.
I love games like this that don't tell you the story. You just see it and figure it out as you go. Visual storytelling, I really appreciate games that do that. I find them really enjoyable to play. I really like the creative problem solving that you can see. There's some kind of like reflection mechanic. I think that's super cool. And the hand-drawn animation, especially on the bosses, it's really fluid and brings them to life. It's just gorgeous. Well, I mean, it's ugly, but it's gorgeous.
Yes, I got chills watching the trailer. Like, I would definitely want to play this game. It just looks really, really interesting, and I can't wait to see what it's more about.
Yeah, I really like the whole style of it, and just honestly the name of the game with the dude with the big nose. I don't know. I just think it's really funny. I'm gonna be real. So I liked it a lot. And guys, again, if you like any of these games and you want to vote for which game is going to win $25,000, head on over to discord.gg/OTK Network, and you're going to be able to vote on the game that you guys like the most. So before we go to a quick break, I'd like to introduce you guys to the next game, Towers of Thana.
100%. Welcome back, guys. That was Wandering Village. You guys can get Wandering Village on Steam now for 20% off. So, going on to our next segment, there's a lot of times where, you get the crew together, you got your friends here with you, and you got a whole nother segment coming up called Party Games. Guys? Okay, well, it's okay, because sometimes people don't show up to the party, and it's okay. It's going to be good, because some of these games are online party games, too. Like our next game from Hat Games, King of the Hat.
King of the Hat is out now on Steam in early access. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Nothing? That's what most people will do about it. Or are you special? An outlier? One who might just might buy it? Buy the game! Become King of the Hat! Butterfly, smooth control, simple, deep competition, spicy plays, party chaos, local and online. Let's go! Arcade mode! And gold! In one. More to come! But for now, it's out on Steam Early Access! King of the Hat! Washing Machine Junior's here!
All right, guys, that was King of the Hat. It's available on Steam Early Access right now if you guys want to check it out. Our next game coming up is from Bike Parrot, and it's a fun snowboarding game. I was a huge fan of SSX Tricky growing up, so this next game might appeal to some of you guys who are into that sort of thing. Slope Crashers. All right, so our guys are going to play a game of Slope Crashers right now on the couch. So, Asmon, you want to go ahead and lead them?
Yeah, I mean, whenever we're ready to go, I'm ready to play. I'm going to be honest, the last time I played a game like this, I was about 11 or 12, and I'm pretty sure it's going to show. So I'm a little bit nervous, but, I think we're ready to play, and we did one test run, and I just completely embarrassed myself. I'm going to be totally honest. Like, it was so bad that I was losing so bad, I actually claimed that I was one of the other players because I didn't want to acknowledge how bad I really was. So, yeah, that's the position that we're in. And again, guys, you can add this to your wish list on Steam. But in just a couple minutes here, we're actually going to get into the game and actually play it ourselves. You guys excited?
Yeah, it looks cute.
I'm very excited. This game is super fun.
Who won last time?
It was probably me.
No, actually, it was me.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that.
It was literally me, but all right.
Let the record be shown that you're playing the best character, and I just feel like that's kind of ridiculous, and I'm playing the worst. So if I win, you should be very embarrassed.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Good.
Dick tone.
You done talking shit?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Asmon.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'll win this time, right? Because I spent a lot of time going the opposite way around the track whenever I was playing, because I just didn't really know anything.
Well, now you know the map, so there's no excuse.
You'll win getting last, Asmon.
Yeah, all right, we ready to start this?
Yeah.
Like, can we start the game? All right.
Press X whenever y'all ready.
Let's go ahead and do it. So, basically, I get to be the parrot. Okay, let's see here. and I think that I'm good to go. I'm ready.
Yeah, we're waiting on Lemur here, player 4. It's probably extra Emily. Did you press the A button?
You the Lemur?
There it is.
Sorry. Oh, yay! Let's get into it.
All right.
Hey, so before you guys get started real quick.
Yeah.
This is actually a demo for the game that is available right now, chat. You guys can go and you guys can check out the demo right now, and they're going to get it loaded up right here.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go.
Who's the cutest?
Yo,
Me.
Press A, Asma.
Sure.
There you go. Press it again. Let's go.
Woo!
Okay.
Asmund, just don't lose to the bots, and it's fine.
No, watch, bro. Like, I'm gonna pop off.
Winner gets $1,000, right?
Nope, that's not true. Unless I win, then it's 2,000.
I'm doing sick combos. Whee!
I'm just pressing buttons.
Bro, I think it's rigged. I think the game's rigged.
8th place? Oh, hilarious.
Wait, how? I thought there was only 4 people. How am I in 8th place?
How's it look back there?
Because there's bots.
Where am I going?
Whee!
Down the hill.
How am I I want to be able to fly.
Bro.
Dude, Asmund, you're getting railed by bots, man.
Wait, who?
No, I'm not. I'm beating one of them.
Oh, no.
I'm beating one of them. Oh, no, never mind.
No, you are now. You are now.
Okay, all right. No, we're good. See, like, back whenever I used to play, this is where I would unplug other people's controller.
Dude, this reminds
and I
me
would
of
win.
Easy Peak. Y'all remember that level in Banjo?
Okay, thank God I go through that tree.
What's that?
Wait, who's top left and bottom right?
God, yeah, whoever's in top left is really good.
Okay, so who's bottom right?
Wait, I'm bottom right. Is that bad?
Man, this guy's crazy.
Whee! Oh, I just pooped some stones.
Here we go, it's over.
Ew!
Am I winning?
Mud on the ground.
Nah, but whoever's in top left is probably super smart and really good at this game.
And probably really handsome.
Bro, did you
too,
play
right?
this
Super
off stream,
handsome.
man? Are you kidding me?
No, dude, I guarantee you Tectone played this for like 8 hours off.
I guarantee you.
I guarantee you. And dude, check his Steam profile.
I have not.
No, I know Tectone, this guy, dude. I swear, dude.
What do you mean?
100%, dude.
No.
100% chance this guy
It's God-given natural talent, baby. I'm a gamer.
Unbelievable, dude.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I threw a snowman at somebody? Wait, I think the snowman hit me. I hit myself with my own attack.
That's impressive.
At least I'm not in 8th. Like Asmund.
I agree.
Guys, I'm about to come back. I'm gonna come back real quick. Watch.
Sure.
Okay.
I like how pretty the map is. It's very calming.
Oh, hey, I finished. Are you guys still playing, or what's
Wait,
going
what?
on? Oh, that's okay. That's crazy.
No, I'm on my way.
Why are there bees attacking me?
Yeah, it's real crazy, right, Tectone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, huh?
No! Oh my God! Asmund almost beat me.
Wait, I finished it. I beat it.
Oh, let's go, dude.
I finished it.
Whoa.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. That didn't even happen last time. I'm gonna be totally honest. It was so bad that the game eventually just like it said time out or like time over or something like that. Yeah. It's like basically better like next time, idiot. So anyway, yes, please guys make sure to add the game to your wish list, and we'll take it back on over to SFan to continue the party games.
Yeah. Okay, so like Asmund said, of course, you guys can add it to your wish list now. There's a demo available. That's what they were just playing. And we do have our next game coming up, which, again, will probably be a game that Tectone practices off stream, just like he clearly did for Slope Crashers. It's from Esophagize LLC, and the game is called Esophagize.
Esophagus.
Okay, that was Asafa, guys. That was interesting and painful looking, and long as well. That was very long. Guys, you guys can go check out Asafa Guys on Steam and Epic, actually, and you can go to asafaguys.com and check out all your latest neck-worthy news. So yeah, what did you guys think over at the over on the stage, Asmon?
Well, I'm gonna have to just take a couple of minutes to really gather my thoughts on Esophagus. Really gotta just sit down and really process everything that I just went through. So let's talk first about King of the Hat. What did you guys think about that?
You wanna go first, Techie?
Yeah, no, you got it.
I can start. I'm a sucker for games with pixel art. I just love it. I think it looks great. I really like the art style. It looks like a chaotic, fun fighting game. Some Smash elements, clear visuals, and it has a fat cat. This looks like the kind of game that you would play with your Discord friends over and over again. It looks like a lot of fun.
I think you can be like a washing machine character or something. I actually never used those, so now I can become what I'm not. It's perfect.
Oh, wait, no, I get it, right? Because the washing machine, the hat for the washing machine is the dirty laundry hamper.
Oh, that's always piling up on, on my chair. Yeah.
That's the same thing, but it's like it used to be on the chair, and then it was on the bed. Then there was so much on the bed and on the chair, I had to put it all out into the garage. And it's like now it's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
So also, guys, I forgot to mention, I apologize, that we are doing a super giveaway.
What?
That's right.
Are you kidding?
That's right.
What does that even mean?
3 Voyager Creator Elite PCs, OTK merch, $100 vouchers on Twitter right now. There you guys go. It's a super giveaway. Oh, yeah, you also get a Razer gaming chair. Those are the ones that I have. Look at that. Yep, you got the link right in the chat. Make sure to follow that. You get one of these new PCs, play some of these new games that we're showing, or some of the new games that you guys are all excited for as well. So please, guys, go ahead and give that a click. Also, so we've got King of the Hat. Very interesting game. I liked it. But we also had the second game, Slope Crashers, which I don't know. I think that at least my controller was rigged. Tectone, what did you think of the game?
Well, as a natural variety gamer, still not understanding why I'm not on the panel up there, but it is what it is. The game just makes sense. The game gives me the vibes of a game that Mizkif would play for 1,000 hours off stream, then invite his friends over, and then if his friends won, then he would be upset and then cry and then quit the game and say that they're bad people and never invite him on stream again. But I feel like the game is a very good modern take on the casual party racer, and I think it's pretty dang good, Asmon.
I definitely agree. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy playing it?
Yeah, I enjoyed playing it, and the racing actually isn't the only mode in the game. There's also a stunt mode where you can do flips and stuff and accrue points, and that one's pretty fun too. I wish we got to try that one as well, but people can try that themselves if they would like. It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, looking at this trailer, it makes me want to practice the game and try to do some cool flips like they're doing, because I was just wiggling left and right, but I feel like this game has a lot of replayability for me, so it was really fun to play.
Yeah, it looks like another game that Mizkif would probably have a worse PB than Lucario.
You're right.
Man, the one time he's not on the stage, you just got to get them all out, huh? Is that right? Okay, all right, yeah, I see how it is. All right, well, we have one more game, and this last one, Esophagus. So, basically,
wow.
Pretty much like, so what I was... Because, like, I guess so...
You okay?
Well, I mean, like, you're like one of...
Yeah, it's like Mount Your Friends, but even creepier.
Because they have like the long.
Look how wiggly.
Yeah.
I like how wiggle.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
So
I think it's interesting that this game you have to work together rather than versus each other. So you kind of have to go towards a common goal with your very long necks. It's very nice.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm definitely uncomfortable when I watch it.
Yeah, when I get the Discord gang together, when we're playing a party game, I want to be laughing until my stomach hurts, and this looks like the perfect game for that.
It's you guys know giraffes actually fight like that in real life, where they just like hit each other with their necks?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
I just think of that. I just think it's funny. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's funny. So guys, listen. if you want to vote on one of these 3 games, discord.gg/OTK Network. And you guys will have your chance to go ahead and vote on one of these games. And we also have, in this, in today, we did say that we would have quite a bit of an announcement. And, you ready?
Where are we doing it?
Yeah, are we ready? Is it time? Oh, it's time. Go ahead.
First impression that a game makes on the audience is far and away the most important.
I think with game publishing today, what type of things do I dislike about it? I don't know. The fact that like maybe every other game has to come out with an apology DLC about maybe 10 days afterwards of the release.
We've seen plenty of times, especially recently, where games have come out because they need to come out by a certain time and they are not ready.
One of the things I'm not super fond of with publishing today is a lot of creativity is sometimes taken out of the control of the devs and placed into the hands of the publisher.
It's pretty predatory how things work between publishers and developers today. A lot of the times, deals are not very equitable for the indie developer.
I think the most important one is being aligned with the vision of what the creators are trying to make.
Mad Mushroom is a publishing company that is going to be a little different from other publishing companies. We made Mad Mushroom to kind of cut out the middleman and really give much better offers to these developers.
One thing that we really want to do with Mad Mushroom is make sure that the creative vision and the overall final destination of the game is what the developers have in mind.
Mad Mushroom, unlike a lot of other publishers, we have access to marketing tools because we are streamers. We can push games organically. We can show the game in a way that's, just people having fun. A lot of marketing feels like a bit detached and might not catch people's attention.
If you can build an authentic relationship with your players and with the community through the creators, it's critical.
But beyond that, we're also looking to provide a number of other full suite publishing services, including quality assurance and feedback during development, localization services, live ops, platform relationships, financing, and more.
Basically anything any of the major publishers can do, Mad Mushroom can bring to the table and work with development teams to craft the right move forward and partnership that makes sense for them.
All of us at OTK are gamers at heart. That's why we got into streaming, that's why we got into content creation. And in some cases, it's why we play games every single day.
Risk of Rain 2 is a massive gem, probably my favorite game. Slay the Spire, Hades, Gunfire Reborn, Terraria.
I really like Nintendo games. That's probably my favorite. So I like speedrunning as well.
Whether it's a small one-developer game like Vampire Survivors, or it's something that's massively like a multi-billion-dollar game like World of Warcraft, I like all different types of games on the spectrum.
Playing vanilla World of Warcraft, classic World of Warcraft from years ago, to Chrono Trigger, Metal Gear Solid,
Legend of Zelda, pretty much all of them.
So I grew up playing a lot of Warcraft 3, a lot of World of Warcraft.
I've always played a lot of League of Legends. I also like RPG Maker games like Amori and Undertale. I think that they're really cool.
I play these indie games all the time, all day, and I feel like relatability, understanding the space, making sure we're still in touch, understanding the foundation and what can really help an indie game, and what makes an indie game stand out and be better than the others, I think is very important, and we have a very strong understanding of that. Not to mention also getting a streamer's community involved.
I think it's really great to be part of a company that helps indie developers really showcase their game.
When we announced Project Honor at OTK's first Summer Game Expo, we got tens of thousands of new Twitter followers. We had hundreds of new applicants to the studio to work here.
I think most indie game developers are very tight with community. That's part of what separates them and makes them so great is they do listen, they do take feedback. They don't have 8 different emails they have to go through to make a change. They will make the change.
So it's that direct conduit to the community that makes the relationship between indie devs and content creators so synergistic.
Development process for games and publishing them, I mean, this is a multi-year process, so being able to be there the entire way through and understanding kind of how an audience is going to adapt and react to a game whenever it comes out, and see how
people will enjoy it, and be able to predict that, I think that's a unique insight that we can provide as content creators.
I've been doing it for 15 years, taking lists of games, and I go through and I find what's good and what's not good. And there are some games, especially like the indie games, that are not published. My role, I would say, is to find those games and say, hey, this is a gem. This game is amazing. We should get this on a pedestal and let everyone see it.
Developers should work with Mad Mushroom if they're looking to truly collaborate with a publishing partner. It is not publishing of a decade ago or even 5 years ago. You are literally working hand in hand with influencers to figure out how to make your game as enjoyable as possible, not just to play, but also from a content viewing perspective.
One of the things that I love about the Mad Mushroom team so much is that we are an amalgamation of so many different perspectives and experiences and gamers.
I think that really, for me personally, it's such a cool experience right now because it really just feels real.
Ultimately, as lifelong gamers and people that are passionate about this space, we've wanted to get into game development for a long time. Mad Mushroom gives us the opportunity to enter the games industry while at the same time elevating and amplifying the message of hundreds of indie developers.
Without taking away IP or an excessive amount of the revenue that should truly go to who creates the game, the developer.
If you're a developer and you're interested in us publishing your game, you can go to madmushroom.gg.
That is our website. If you want to take a look on there, we have all of the rest of our information. If you're a game developer and you'd like to see your game be a reality,
check it out. We're very passionate and we're very excited about what we're doing here.
Well, it wouldn't be an OTK event if we didn't get a chance to announce a new company. We have Mad Mushroom, our new gaming publishing company. I am extremely excited about this. We've been thinking about this for, I don't know, probably like over a year now. And finally, all the pieces have come into place. They are in order. They're ready to go. And we're going now. And I actually think that, you know, obviously I could sit here and talk about it, and I'm sure I will for many hours in future weeks. But I'd actually like to take it on over to Soda Pop in here, and let's have some of the people from our Mad Mushroom team really tell you about what's really going to happen with the company.
Hi guys, Chance here, and I'm joined with an incredible backgrounded team. We've got Mike Silbowitz, Chris Kaliki, and Tips Out, baby. And we are so excited to talk to you guys about what's going on. I'm sure Tips is also just excited. Tips, how do you feel?
Honestly, it's incredible. We've been working on this, as Asmund said, for quite some time. As gamers, we've always wanted to get into game development, and publishing presents an opportunity for us to elevate a lot of indie game devs, just like we do here at the Expo. So I'm super excited. I'm freaking nervous as hell, but you know, we've got some incredible people
We're all
here.
very nervous.
I know,
this is a very big deal. We've been waiting a long time for this. Go on, sorry.
For sure. But yeah, we just wanted to obviously announce and introduce you guys to some of the incredible individuals working behind the scenes to help make Mad Mushroom what it is. And one of them is a good friend of mine, Mike Silbowitz. I know he might be a new face to you guys in the community, but he's been in the games industry for a long time. So just throw it over to you, Mike.
No, thank you. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Mike Silbowitz. Everyone calls me Sibs. I've been working in video games for 2 decades now at companies like Activision Blizzard, Square Enix, ArenaNet, NCSoft, Crafton, and I currently run my own consultancy where we help indie developers find their road to their community.
It's done a lot of big stuff. We love that. But Chris, we also joined with you here today, and you've been working with us for quite a while now. You want to tell us anything about that and how it's been?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Chris Kaliki from Notorious here today. Yeah, we've been working with OTK. You know, I think I've told this story before, but before we even started working on the game, you know, we pitched it to you guys to kind of see what you would think.
Yeah.
And whether, like, you feel like it would resonate with the market and whether players would like that. And that was huge for us, and I think that's, like, part of what makes Mad Mushroom really, like, a cool prospect for a lot of indie studios is just to kind of, like, bounce ideas off of you guys and get your feedback and all of that. So really excited. I think it's such a great idea. I was telling Tips for a long time, like, you guys should, like, consider something like that. So today's the day, you know?
No, for sure. And it was really, you know, when we started working with Chris and, Notorious Studios, we really saw an opportunity to help, a lot of indie devs out there. We know that the publishing space can sometimes be daunting for a new developer. A lot of publishing contracts can be sometimes predatory or a little bit unfair. As content creator backgrounds, we know that it's really important for the creators to be able to create. And we think there's a lot of opportunities to help out indie devs without, kind of implementing some of the questionable practices in the past. So we're super excited. It's been amazing working with Chris, and we're super excited to welcome Mike onto the team, or Sibs, I should say. And yeah, Chance, I just want to breathe out, dude. You want a year and a half to announce this, sorry. It just feels good.
It is a breath of fresh air to finally get it out there. We've been working on this for such a long time. I know you've been, contracts, calls, all the works of trying the behind-the-scenes stuff that just are exhausting, and it's out there.
It's out there.
It is finally out, done, I guess. And we've got Mike here with us. We've got Chris. We've got a phenomenal background, a great team. Did we have any, ad reads?
Well, obviously, again, guys, welcome to the generation of Mad Mushroom. If you want to keep up with Mad Mushroom, all the exciting projects and announcements that we have in the coming weeks and months, definitely check us out. We're actually running a super awesome super giveaway, I think is what Asmongold called it a little bit earlier. And if you follow Mad Mushroom on Twitter, just check out that giveaway. It'll show you all of our different socials. If you enter the giveaway, you'll be able to, just keep track of where we are on socials and what Mad Mushroom has coming. So again, super, super excited to be working with an amazing team at OTK. Always blessed to be here every single day, and excited to work with the rest of the guys on this panel. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got, Shane.
I need the Mad Mushroom T-shirt, though. I don't.
I'm still wearing the OTK one.
Mine got ripped on the way here. I'm sorry.
But there's only so many ways we can say that we are excited. We are serious about this. We've got a phenomenal team, and it's finally out there. We feel really good. Thank you guys for coming out. Guys, up next we have Airborne Legacy for the next game. Check it out.
Stories tell of a time when the skies were lost, when we could no longer build among the clouds. We had forgotten how to gather distant resources, and we could no longer explore our vast horizons. But we never lost that way. No, our problem is survival. We must defend ourselves. We must seek out and defeat our enemies. We must restore the Airborne Empire.
Assistance required in Lafayette.
I need some backup here, dispatch. Searching last known location. Dispatch, I got a mail matching the suspect's description.
Cordell.
Bank robbery in progress. Harbor Mutual Bank on Mercer Street. Shots fired.
83 Adam, show us handling. Responding code 3.
Police are engaged in a dramatic shootout. We could be in for a police pursuit.
Suspect is now on foot. We need to end this now. He's running.
Suspect is in handcuffs.
All right, let's get a big round of applause for Soda Poppin', the first person to screw up a name in the expo. It took almost, 2 hours, 3 hours in? So, very good. It took a while, but yes, Soda was the first person to screw up a name. That was Airborne Empire and The Precinct. So make sure to add those to your Steam wish list now. And we're going to go on to our next segment, Shooters. So our first game coming up today is a game by Replicant D6. It is a retro-style shooter inspired by classic console shooters. So you guys are going to want to check this out. This game is called Agent... All right, that was Agent 64, Spies Never Die. I think that game has a map editor, too, like a map maker. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if it showed that in the trailer or not. It was moving around the studio. But our next game coming up is by Simon Fredholm, and it is a rhythm shooter where you can actually maximize the amount of damage you do by shooting to the beat. That game's called Robo Beat. Guys, that was RoboBeat, and you can play the demo at the June Steam Next Fest. So you guys are going to want to check that out. That demo is going to be here very soon. Our next game coming up is a game from Hellforge Studios, where you're actually going to use an arsenal of weapons to be able to annihilate the Swarm. It's a retro-inspired shooter. That game is called Exocide. All right, that was Exocide. You can make sure to add that to your Steam wishlist now if you want. And we're going to go ahead and actually throw that back up to our Variety Gaming desk to discuss. Nick, what did you guys think?
Thank you, S-Fan. I'm actually super excited that we get to talk about shooters, but before we talk about shooters, there's one thing I have to mention, guys. The merch. It's on sale right now. Check it out. Look at these amazing pieces of merch. We're wearing them here in the studio. We all look better than we normally do.
I am so comfortable. I just can't express enough.
You've been talking about it the whole time, too.
I can't talk about it.
You're like, merch.
Like, I don't even want to talk about the merch. I just want to talk about how comfortable I am in merch.
Yeah, except I just need you to talk a little bit less, like a little bit less.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, guys, OTKnetwork.com. Make sure you guys go there to check out the merch if you're interested. It's awesome. It's comfortable. Anyways, let's get into shooters. I'm glad that we are talking about shooters because we are the best shooters in OTK. Most of them down there couldn't even get out of bronze if they wanted to in any shooting game, but we were the best. Chance?
Well, let's jump into Spies Never Die.
Let's
now,
do it.
I mean, clearly off the bat, you look at that game and you instantly think the Nintendo 64 007 GoldenEye game.
Yes.
It's clearly, going for that vibe, look, and pretty much most everything. But it's going to be cool to see that game revived in a new setting and just overall revived. I think the biggest highlight to come out of this is, next generation AI. That's one big thing, but mostly there's a map generator.
Yep.
So replayability might be unique and cool, and I'm really curious to see how that comes out.
I grew up on GoldenEye. We're talking Friday, eating pizza, greasy N64 controllers. You got the classy, blocky guns, proximity mines that they showed. I don't know if there's a slappers only. I hope that's there. And they reload the guns. They got the animations where they're all like, you got the clunky face-mapped AI characters.
When's the last time you played GoldenEye?
That's a really good question, Chance.
I will say it is something going back. I just saw right there. I was going to ask. I'm wondering if their aiming is going to be similar to how it was back then, and it looks like it is. It is an experience going back to that. I'm not going to say good or bad.
So the way you aim is just like on the N64 as well. You hold down that aim button, and then you kind of like move the crosshair around.
It's looking like it's got that auto aiming that GoldenEye used to have as well. So the gameplay is going to feel somewhat the same. Obviously, a graphics
You
update.
might need auto aim. I don't really need that.
Okay.
I'm just generally good at that stuff.
Okay, so you're going to do the whole thing where you hold down the crosshair and your character doesn't turn, but the gun does. Okay, that's cool, Seer. What do you have to say about that, Nick? You really actually play a lot.
Curious.
What do I have to say about this game?
I'm curious.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go,
I'm excited to try it out. Okay, guys, let's.
Would you say you'd put that on your wish list?
Absolutely. That's going straight on my wish list. I can't wait to go home, play this game, and be a lot better than Shroud at it. So I'm super excited.
Okay.
Either way, let's check out
Shroud is
the
a
next game. Robo Beat Chance.
Robo Beat. I mean, it's a rhythm game. There's been a handful of them that have come out. I forget the name of the one I'm thinking of, but it's clearly a lot more metal.
Music Shooter 5000.
That's not it. But this game, it's not locking itself into the genre of just metal. It seems like it has a large variety of music. And instead of it being just blood and guts everywhere, we've got a lot more colorful teal, green, and colors, I guess, more rainbowy. Which is an interesting take on it, and it's cool to see the variety come out here. I see the jumping mechanics seem pretty nice. There's tons of guns and gunplay, and it seems like a lot of guns built around the fact that it is a rhythm game. That's the real
so you
game.
do more damage when you shoot on the beat, right? When you hit the target on the beat, it goes.
I don't know if you saw the person open the file. I'm going to tell you right now, I will not be able to play this game.
Why?
I have zero rhythm.
Well, you have zero skill, so. Dude, this is sick. It looks like you can actually switch songs mid shoot fast too. You're like swap it.
I'm curious if you can use that in the gameplay. Like, hey, I want to use the machine gun, so you look at more beat. I don't know. I'm terrible at rhythm games, but I know there's a massive fan base for this type of game, and I'm sure they'll all be excited for.
Do you think Shroud will play this game?
Huh?
Do you think Shroud will play this game?
No, I don't think so. Absolutely.
And honestly, even if you did, I would be a lot better than Shroud at this.
You are a lot better than Shroud.
Let's jump into the next game.
Let's jump into the next one. Chance, take it away.
The next game we got on our list here, Exocide. Not a rhythm game, just a shooter. But the amount of gun variety that this game seems to have is way over the top. I mean, even the guns in the top right and the top left, that seems to be their really unique area here. I'm not even sure how those work. Are those like triggers? I have no idea. We've got miniguns. I think the main thing that this game needs to really capture and get is the feel of the gun in a game like this. And I saw some shotgun blasting. It really made you feel like you were blasting someone in half, which is really important to capture.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah,
it really, truly is.
They've got a large variety of enemies. You see a boss fight here. You see, your basic AI just running at you, the people just to clear out of the way. Sliding mechanics I'm looking at right now. So it's going to be a really fun, it's going to feel good to play it.
A little bit of information that I got while doing my research.
Yeah.
So you can either wield 4 weapons or what they should at the end, one huge gun. So you can either choose one or the other. And, as a Dark Souls...
Wait, what? Read that again?
You get one huge... You can either have 4 guns or you have one huge gun. They showed it at the end of the trailer. He was like...
I don't know if that's...
That is true.
I think that is just one big shot you can do. They were like kind of joking at the end there. I don't think you just have one bullet.
No, that is a thing.
No, there's too many enemies for one
Someone
bullet.
here did the
This
research.
guy's great. We need to get Lyric in here and replace him because this guy has no idea what he's talking about.
Shut the hell up, God. Either way, this game looks fun. It's got a large variety. It's got a lot of unique bosses, a lot of unique weapons, and it seems like it's capturing the actual feel of the guns and a lot of, fun, quirky other stuff.
Don't say that.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, that is the shooter category. And chat, it's now up to you. Once again, don't forget, you can go into the OTK Discord right now and vote for your favorite game. It is in the OTK voting channel, the Expo voting channel.
Can I say back to, do I say back to S-Fan?
We do not say that, because before we do that, we're going to take a quick break to check out My Little Universe. And you can play...
say My Little Pony.
No. You can play My Little Universe demo, and you can add the game to your Steam wishlist right now.
My Little Universe.
My Little Universe.
Get lost in your own little universe as you arrive on a new planet with nothing but your trusty pickaxe to accompany you. Step out of your rocket and dive into a whole wide world of adventure. Get exploring to unlock exotic new lands. Mine an entire planetary wealth of resources. Build a sophisticated civilization with agriculture, cities, and much more. But watch out. There are hordes of primeval monsters who won't take kindly to the changes you're making. Fight for your life and your beautiful creation against angry ents, up-giant fungi, and other fearsome foes. Team up with friends in co-op mode, or get it alone as a solo creator. My Little Universe is waiting for you.
Welcome back, everybody. You just saw Dwarf Romantic, and you can actually get Dwarf Romantic on Steam or Nintendo Switch right now. So, before we go on to our next segment, well, first off, by the way, Seer, anytime you want to say, like, back to S-Fan, that's always, you're always able to do that, okay? Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, let's get into some simulations. All right, guys, our first game coming up for simulations is from PD Turf, and it's actually a 3D sandbox puzzle platformer with infinite possibilities, and that game's called The Engineer.
In an era of profound engineering enlightenment comes a tale of sheer incompetence. In this gridless sandbox building game, you play a clueless engineer struggling with the fundamentals of physics. You must master the art of designing different types of structures, vehicles, and more. Your intellect won't be the only thing tested. You'll need to show dexterity and athleticism, if you have any. Designing structures is one thing. Ensuring they remain durable and functional is another. Or explore the limitless potential of our fully creative sandbox mode where you can build whatever you like. Build a castle or a questionably designed battering ram. The only limitation is, well, you. Prepare to hear your favorite streamers claim that the reason they keep failing is for the content. So chat, wishlist The Engineer on Steam today.
Here I am making fun of frickin' Soda for getting the name wrong. It's Enyanira, my bad. I thought it was Engineer. Okay, unbelievable. And of course, guys, you can add it to your Steam wishlist, but we also have a dev interview. Asm's gonna interview the dev, so yeah, I screwed up the name and he's right frickin' here, so unbelievable. Let's take it to Asman. We got an interview.
That's good. I get to talk to him. I got something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he made me fat. Can you believe that? I can't. Oh my God. No. Yeah. Well, anyway, we are on right now with the developer of the game, Seelan Farrell. Thank you very much for your game. And I honestly, I might act like I'm mad, but I am a little bit flattered you put me in the trailer. I think it's very cool, man. So thanks for coming on.
I should have added a disclaimer that all characters depicted in the trailer are fictitious, and any resemblance to any real people is purely coincidental, of course.
Oh, that's fine. People call me fake all the time. So what caused you to make the game? What got you into it?
So we're actually a two-person studio called PD Turf, based in Scotland, myself and my good friend Neil McKenzie. And we're actually both full-time 9-to-5 civil and structural engineers by trade.
Oh, wow.
The whole game development journey is effectively a passion project that we've been doing in our spare time over the last number of years, and has kind of snowballed into this awesome and fun project that's resulting in the video game called The Engineer. So, S-Fan, you did get it right. It is The Engineer. It's intentionally intentionally misspelled. So you said it right the first time. Yeah.
I redact my apology.
Thank you, by the way. I was going to call it The Enjoyer. So, yeah, really appreciate that. And so let's say that you are an engineer. Would you have an advantage in this game? How close does this game follow real physics?
So it's based off the Unreal Engine, which has a PhysX engine built into it. So if there's any structural or mechanical or any other engineers out there that do like finite element analysis, it's not quite that advanced, but it does follow fairly realistic physics. So in terms of if you compare it to like a building game or the building mechanics in like Fortnite or The Forest or Rust or anything like that, in this game you actually build everything piece by piece, and every single piece has physics simulated in it. So now even the character himself, we almost pride ourselves in the fact that there's no animations in the game whatsoever. The character is fully physics simulated. So if the character is walking across a plank, the force of his weight is distributed through his feet, and if he's too heavy on for a specific member, basically that'll crack and break. So it simulates physics as realistically as a game engine can, effectively.
I think that's so cool. Yeah, I mean, just going out on a plank and just seeing it break because of the physics engine. Yeah, I think that would be amazing. So yeah, I mean, I honestly, okay, all right. Let me ask you this: how could I build a house in this game, or would it completely collapse?
No, so when we're making the trailers and the funny TikToks and all that, I actually spend quite a bit of time deleting members so that it collapses in a funny way.
Okay.
The structures do actually hold up. It's not that hard to kind of build a house or build a castle or build basically a vehicle or whatever you want. It's not that difficult, but depending on how big you build it, then obviously it can collapse in funny ways as well.
Well, I've had that happen in other games, and to be honest, I've messed up Fortnite buildings before, so I wouldn't put a lot of faith in myself. But honestly, man, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming on the show and being part of this. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us. It's an absolute honor. I'm a big OTK fan, and it's so strange actually being on the stream. But no, thanks again for having us, and congrats on the announcements of Mad Mushroom. It's really cool to see.
Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. I'm very glad now it's out in the open and everybody knows. So thank you so much, and I look forward to playing your game. I think it looks really cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, the way I looked in that trailer.
Look good, man.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that, then look in the mirror, then go back and forth, and oh my God. Man. All right. Yes, the engineer. Add it to your wish list. Back to you, S-Fan.
All right, that was great. Our next game is from Dragon Bear Studios, and it's actually a game where you can team up with friends, and you can build up your magical inn, and you can actually go and adventure and take back your family's legacy. That game's called Enchanted.
Peggy 3.
All right, guys, that was Enchanted, and you can actually add Enchanted to your Steam wishlist as well, just like any other game that you see here at the Games Expo. If you guys are interested in something, you can go to Steam, you can add it to your wish list. I believe there's actually a list on Steam where all the games are going to be posted, so you guys can go check that out. Our next game is from Milan Timchenko, and it's a game where you can actually go and build, customize, and essentially run your own mall. That game's called Mall Craze. All right, guys, that was Mall Craze. So you can wishlist that now and get ready for early access on September 19th. I like that trailer. It was nice, it was cute, it was cozy. That was super cool. So let's go ahead and head on over to the stage. We'll send it over to Asmongold to talk about the games. What do you guys think?
Oh, I'm very excited. I liked a lot of the games. I thought they were, especially the Engineer, I'll be honest, I thought that game was really, really cool. Before we get into that, however, I do want to say that guess what? We're doing another PC giveaway.
What?
We are giving away one of the mech PCs. So take a look. It's going to be on the, I guess it's probably going to be on Twitter. You guys can participate in that giveaway. Again, you can see the specs on the screen as well as the PC itself. That is one of 20 PCs. And oh my God, I need to get one of those myself. That looks really, really nice. Wow. So yep, there you go. Make sure to join into that, and you can have a chance to get that PC. So the first game that we saw, The Engineer. I think this is a game that games like The Engineer do a really, really good job of making streamers look stupid.
It looks good. I can't wait to build some random ass shit. You know, build it up for 2 hours, break it accidentally, lose my mind, close my stream, tell my chat I hate them, then do it all again the next day.
Exactly, Tectone. Exactly what I was thinking. And this game is exactly what the Game Expo is all about. I mean, you know, bridge builders like Polybridge do very complex physics. Everybody knows that. But this game takes it to an absolutely new level. With having you cross the bridge yourself, I think it makes it so much more enjoyable and exciting. And also for chat to see, it just seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. These similar physics remind me a lot of Human Falls Flat, which was one of my favorite games when I was a small streamer. I loved playing it with my friends.
What do you do in that game?
You're basically two blobs, and you have to try to direct yourself to try to get to, you know, specific goals using, you know, whether it's blocks or any type of physics. And it's very exciting and fun to do with friends. I think this game is going to be very similar with that, and I think the chat is going to absolutely love it. Amy, what do you think?
Yeah, this looks like the kind of game that's both fun to play and fun to watch. I really enjoy those ragdoll mechanics. I think that they're really funny. It just looks like a really entertaining game.
Yeah, that reminds me of playing Valheim.
Just broke his neck.
Very well, yeah. Second game, obviously Enchanted. We already took a look at it. I'm going to be honest, I've never really played a game like that before. I mean, like, they're, you know, usually games like this, I think some of these you play with friends and stuff like that. So that kind of is like an immediate non-starter for me. And I look at a game like this, and you guys ever played a game like it? Oh, yeah, how's something like this go?
Yeah, there's Played Up, Overcooked. This is super cute. I've never seen a cooking game like this with a medieval aesthetic or theme. I think that's super creative.
No, this game is super deceptive, okay? Because it is just like Played Up. It's going to look super cute, super cozy, and then it's going to make you and your friends hate each other because you're saying, oh, I need this on that table, I need this on that table, and you realize communication is an issue. It's going to look super cute, but I guarantee you this game is going to be super frustrating in the best way.
Exactly, Tectone. And honestly, I think this game, I'm going to be laughing until my stomach hurts when I'm playing this game with my friends. I'm really excited about it. It looks like it's going to have boss fights too, which is extremely interesting for a game like this, which is similar to Played Up and Overcooked. You know, looks like it's going to be a great game. I actually can see myself playing this with my girlfriend, Dickie, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun with her, and I just love the art style.
Wait, your girlfriend who?
And I can also see Offline TV playing this game after a long day of Valorant. So looks like a really fun game. I'm excited to see people play it.
Super exciting, very cool. I might try this, and if I do, I'm sure anybody that plays with me will never do that again. So the third game, Mall Craze. I actually want to take a look at it and just kind of look at what the game has to offer. I'm going to be honest, whenever I used to play like simulation games like this, I was always like one of those idiots that never cared at all about making things look good, and I would just stack them on top of each other.
What?
Yep, I was one of those people, and it's my house now, by the way. And so I take a look at this game, and it's like you've got all these fancy like door frames. It's like a nice mall and everything like that. Oh my God! Like it's a lot to take in. You guys ever played something like this before?
Oh, yeah, I've played hundreds of hours of games like this. But this seems like a game where you boot up Twitch at 3 a.m. You see Thilvy Vale, Seer, Germa playing some of this. Real cozy vibes. I love stuff like this. And I don't think I've ever seen a simulation game try to bring a mall to life. You know, I've seen like roller coasters and stuff, but never a mall. This looks super cool.
I wonder if they're gonna. I wonder, can you make like a Hot Topic and put like a bunch of emo kids in the Hot Topic and like make it to where they don't let certain people into the building if they're not wearing enough black or something?
Yeah.
Well, Emmy, you recently did that, didn't you? You went over to Hot Topic and dressed up like an emo, right?
I did.
Do that in this game too?
Okay, yeah, I'll try it out. Looks fun.
Yeah, this game looks very beautiful, Asman. I totally agree with you. It reminds me a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon, which I loved playing when I was a kid. I'd go to Hot Topic and buy that game there. I really enjoyed it with my Adventure Time lanyard. This game also, Jurassic Park Manager, if you guys ever played that, or Weed Shop Simulator. Very similar game to this. A lot of complex things in this mall, though, and I'm excited to see. I think this is going to be a great game for a streamer like Lyric. Skippy Poppin might play this as well. It looks really just well done, and I'm excited to see it.
Great insight, Moose.
Say Viki earlier.
So anyway, so if you guys liked any of these games, if you thought these games were cool, go on over to discord.gg/OTK network, and you guys can vote on the game that you all liked the most, which will again win $25,000 to continue to fund their development of the game that you choose. And before we go to a quick break, I'd like to show you guys the next game, Odenfall.
Game that's been played for nearly 1,500 years finally got a new update. Got what it takes to defeat the one true king? Checkmate Showdown. Secure closed beta access today.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. You guys just saw Checkmate Showdown. You can wishlist that on Steam, and they're actually, just like they said there, they do have a Kickstarter that can guarantee you closed beta access if you guys want to partake in that. All that is available. And also right before that, you saw Odenfall, which, again, you can wishlist that on your Steam. So make sure to check those games out. Make sure to check out all the games. And make sure to check out these games coming up in our next category, which is roguelikes. All right, our first game in a roguelike category is from a developer named Bitcake, and Bitcake is a 4-player co-op shooter. It's called Atomic Picnic. Check it. All right, that was Atomic Picnic. You guys can go and add that to your Steam wishlist now, and there's also I believe there's a demo available as well. So you guys can check out Atomic Picnic. Next up, we have a game from Dino Boss, and it's actually an intense action roguelite that's inspired by 80s action movies. So you guys want to check that out. It's called Demon Spore. All right, very cool. You guys can wishlist that on Steam, Demon Spore, or you can go to demonspore.com and even get on their newsletter if you guys want to do that as well. Our next game coming up is from Flipfly, and it is an action-packed roguelite adventure, and it goes across land and space. And that's going to be Whisker Squadron Survivor.
From the creators of Race the Sun comes a new roguelite shooter, Whisker Squadron Survivor. This corridor shooter blends survival and action and thrusts you into a front row seat to a world that has been taken over by the Swarm. These rapidly multiplying robotic bugs are hell-bent on destroying everything you love. You are part of an elite feline pilot squad tasked with defending your planet. Destroy Swarm robots, collect the scrap that they drop, and level up your ship and weapons with randomized upgrades. In addition to your initial primary weapon and missiles, you'll be presented with a selection of passive items in your run. Fans of other survival roguelite games will feel right at home here. Some of the coolest upgrades we have are Drone Buddies, Pulse Wave, and Chain Death Lightning. Build your ultimate loadout with your choice of feline pilots, ships, and weapons, and take off on a run that gets more intense with each wave. Dodge trains while clearing the Swarm from the city's main transportation corridor, or test your reaction skills by avoiding the many obstacles in a glowing vaporwave world. Either way, your mission remains the same: wreak vengeance on the Swarm and try to survive. If you can find the secret path through a portal during a run, you'll be transported to a mysterious environment that will force you to rethink your gameplay and change your fate for the run. Fans of our game Race the Sun will find a lot to love here. Another exciting feature is our mod system. Customize your experience by choosing from a list of modifications to make the game more difficult, or just change up gameplay. Whisker Squadron Survivor is dropping soon, but you can wishlist on Steam now and play our demo for free today. Thanks for watching. Hope you can survive.
All right, Whisker Squadron Survivor. I love that. I was a big Star Fox fan, so it's cool seeing like the Star Fox vibes there. Real quick, before we go ahead and go on to the Variety Gaming Desk, before we do that, I did want to mention a couple of things. First off, OTK merch. We just dropped new merch today. You've seen a lot of the guys wearing it. So if we can get if we can get that graphic on the screen, that's all the new merch that just came out today. And you've seen the guys wearing it. There's some bubble print stuff. There's some collegiate stuff. Looks super, super cool, super exciting. If we can hop that up, there it is, otknetwork.com. All new OTK apparel. We got some shorts in there. We got a whole bunch of different stuff. So if you guys want to go check that out, for sure. And also, again, we are doing a voting. Just another reminder for the voting that we're doing for the $25,000, there is a chat vote. So go to the Discord. There's a voting channel. There's an Expo voting channel in there. And tell us what your favorite game is. Tell us what game you think in the entire Games Expo deserves to win $25,000. Okay, it's a big deal. So I want to make sure to mention it again so you guys can go ahead and tell us what your favorite game is. Let's go ahead and go back up to our Variety Gaming panel to discuss everything. Nick, how's it going?
Well, S-Fan, it's actually going pretty awesome up here.
We suck at this.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Hey, speak for yourself. I love roguelikes. I would say that's my genre.
I believe it is. But before we get there, I have something cool to talk about.
Yeah.
Seer, this is awesome. You're going to love it, man.
Okay, impress me.
Okay, we're doing a super giveaway. Okay, yes.
No way. Oh my God.
A super amazing giveaway. 3 Voyager Creator Elite PCs. You're getting $100 merch vouchers if you win, of course. 1-year supply of gamer subs and a Razer gaming chair.
In short,
yes,
a super gift.
It is super duper. It is amazing.
Super whooper.
That is incredible. Hey, is there a chance that maybe I could get some of that for myself?
No, because we do not care about you. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Also, check out the OTK Steam page in Steam. Check it out. There's some cool stuff going on there, so make sure you guys go there and check it out. There you guys go. You can use the QR code. You can use that little short link there. Go there and join the OTK Steam community, which is something that's kind of new, but it's awesome and cool as well.
We do love that stuff.
We do. So let's get right into the roguelikes.
I've been waiting because I'd say roguelikes are my thing. In fact, I taught you how to play Risk of Rain 2. But I love it when you play Risk of Rain 2.
What do you do in Risk of Rain 2?
You go around, you upgrade your weapons, you hope for the best.
How do you upgrade your weapons, Seer?
You unlock them, Chance. It's a roguelike. That's what you do. You upgrade new skills.
That's literally not.
That's literally what you do.
No, it's not. You have no clue.
You know what I do have a clue of?
What?
Atomic Picnic.
Let's hear it.
Let's talk about that. Let's get some nice little B-roll going up on the screen here. You got anime-style animation, looks satisfying. I mean, I can tell you one thing. Tectone will be playing this game.
So I actually got to play the demo of this game. This is...
I got to play the demo of this game. That's so cool.
It is clearly Risk of Rain 2, which you have no clue. It takes a lot of elements from that. It's got a lot of the Hades and Vampire Survivors elements as well with the upgrade system. You saw the 3 cards popping up and the gems that you run around and collect. It seems like those 3 games kind of made a baby. And the one thing that outside of that is, does it play well? It is very fluid. Something that I personally liked the most when I was playing it that I noticed right away is how smooth the grappling system is. You have those 2 dashes in the bottom middle, and it actually plays like butter, which is awesome. Another thing is it's got a lot of unique enemies. It seems like they've got some cool bosses. I don't know what that tentacle boss was that they showed at some point during the trailer, but that looks kind of crazy how it spawns in like that. So I'm just curious to see, how this game's going to play out balancing-wise, but I mean, if they manage to pull it off, a baby of those 3 is going to be incredible.
Yeah, they did come together and make that baby. We got Demon Spore. I mean, Nick, what do you think about Demon Spore?
Honestly, I'm just excited to be here, to be honest. It's just great. No, this game looks cool. It's top down. I personally have never really played a game like this, but I will be checking this out.
Shut up. Go. Oh, okay. What? Sorry, I was just looking at
You just told me to shut.
The map. The map looked cool because that's the one thing I wanted to ask is I know it's a roguelike, but how does it play like a roguelike? Where are the upgrades? Where's the progression? And I saw that map on the screen for a second, and that's what I was wanting to see. But outside of that, the gameplay, I'm looking here at the tentacles kind of grow, and you have to shoot the base of it. I think that's pretty awesome.
You got really excited when you saw this game, and what about the tentacles really made you
Well,
what
it's
about
unique.
it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a top-down Hotline Miami is how it feels, but I mean, it plays nothing like it because you're fighting a virus and you're fighting these little tendrils going out trying to get the base. The environment is interactable. I saw him throw a chair. It did 0 damage, but I see a explodable thing in the top right. I'm sure that can blow some shit up. So interactable stuff, unique enemies. I saw some unique little guys running and jumping at you at one point, so it's got a large variety there.
This guy's a nerd. This guy is a nerd. Technological weapon upgrades. I'm going to be playing this one for sure. Going to add it to my wish list. No, but that's okay because you can't. It's exciting, guys. What? No, it's really great.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay, Seer, what do you have to say about this game?
Well, no, you said it all.
Oh, really? Did I?
You did say it all.
Why don't you add
the
something,
animation
Seer?
looks satisfying. I mean, listen.
Does it remind you of Risk of Rain?
No, no, actually. It's a completely different style of game. I mean, listen, if we want to get technical, you blast your way out of a tentacle hell as a failed lab experiment gives birth to rapidly growing viral horror, and this action-intense roguelike inspired by 80s monster movies. So we're talking John Carpenter, The Thing. We're out there, we're in a lab, things are going crazy. Monster, tentacles, weapon changes.
Before we move on, I want to just show, I noticed it had like 3 different types of weapons, a laser, a flamethrower, each of them playing differently and seemed like they're useful in different situations, and then the music. Yeah. I'm hoping the music stays that good through the whole game, because good music is some of my favorite things in
Well, you're not going to make it through the whole game.
Like the music in Risk of Rain.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's like...
Oh. Okay, guys. Let's go on to, honestly, one of my favorite games, Whisker Squadron Survivor. When I first saw it, I was super excited about, the flying, but then I realized I get to be a cat, and that is what I'm all about.
Yeah.
Chance?
It's literally not what you're all about.
I love that stuff.
Okay. So
there's a lot of cat going on today.
You know,
I like it.
Because people like cats, man. Yeah. They like cats. But Seer, I talked about you take the beginning of this one. You go.
All right. Let's so you can definitely you build up some combos, you got weapon upgrades, you got passive upgrades, the art style. Now, what
do those upgrades remind you of on the screen with the 3 cards? What does that remind you of?
Risk of Rain.
No, it fucking doesn't. Okay. It's Hades.
Sir, can we get this guy out of the studio, please? Now, listen, the good thing is while you're doing all these upgrades, you get to maneuver and dodge objects, which is cool. Maybe you could even do a barrel roll.
Wow. No way.
Maybe you could do a barrel roll.
Me watching the game, this game looks like eye candy. It's going to be heavy on the bit rate, but that in itself can be pretty fun. I noticed there's a lot of times you can take the plane and turn it kind of horizontal like that, and there it is, or vertical.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those dodges can be pretty fun with like the bullet hells going on, some unique enemies. The lady that talked in the trailer pretty much did most of our job for us, highlighting pretty much everything.
So we can just Google over how great it looks.
We could.
Look at that.
But, we've got those upgrades. So it's Star Fox meets a roguelike.
Yeah.
And I think there's absolutely a demand for this type of game. People love Star Fox. And I think the modern way of doing it is, transforming them into roguelikes. And I'm seeing a lot of really good things on how they're doing it here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we just saw 3 amazing roguelikes. And you know what, chat? Don't forget, you can vote right now in the OTK Network Discord, okay? In the Expo voting channel. Your vote matters. There's money on the line. Get in there. Make sure you vote. It's super important. And you know what?
What? Back
to S-Fan.
What? Okay.
Back to you, S-Fan.
Are you sure? Oh, well, interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, that was great. Awesome. Show me the star facts. Absolutely. Guys, our next segment is going to be puzzles. All right, guys, our next game coming up is from, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, Martinez Cibulis is the developer, and it's a couch co-op game that uses different teamwork skills in order to solve the puzzles. And that game is called Ready, Steady, Ship.
Breaking news. The world is under severe threat. Mankind is too lazy to even go outside, but hopefully you can help. Have you got a working brain? Can you lift a box with your bare hands? Then you can save the world. Join the world's best shipping company now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Best employee ever.
Ready Steady Ship is coming in September. It's a puzzle game. I love puzzle games. I think that looks great. And make sure to wishlist it on Steam. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can wishlist it on Steam. And not only that, we have another dev interview. So, Asman, you want to take it away?
Yeah, I will. I think this is a really great time for me to come in. Obviously, it's a game that, the premise of the game clearly is that nobody in the world wants to work or do anything anymore. And now you have to solve the problem by working in the fulfillment center, basically. And thank you very much, Martinez. Sorry, I might have apologized. Sorry, I might have pronounced your name wrong. I apologize.
Yeah.
I thought so. Okay. How you doing, man?
Yeah, you nailed the name. Actually, it's all right. Greeting from Lithuania, everyone. So it kind of instantly gave me Eurovision vibes. Yeah, so first of all, I would like to give a shout out to all the teams that made it today. Like, very nice trailers, very nice game. I'm actually excited to be myself here. So about my studio, well, actually, it's just me, myself, and I.
That's your studio behind you?
Yeah, it's my home.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just decided to make a game, and I have a couple of freelancers who have helped me in different aspects of development, like music and 3D art, and basically that's my team.
That makes a lot of sense. And what gave you the idea to make a game like this?
Yeah, so I was inspired by well-known games like Overcooked, Moving Out, and I saw the trailer. Now I'm also inspired by Enchanted. As I'm a gamer myself, of course, I had a very great time playing these titles with my girlfriend, and I noticed that there are no many games like these, so I just decided to make one myself.
I got an interesting question. So you're working in a fulfillment center. Are you able to pause this game?
Yeah, totally.
So if you wanted to take a bathroom break, you could just pause the game and go do that, then come back and keep playing?
Yeah, that's no
wow,
problem.
Okay, all right, that is interesting. And so what exactly got you into game development? What inspired you?
I'm actually indie game developer for around 7 years. I work full-time at Mobile Game Studio, and this is the game only I do on my free time. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a passionate gamer myself, and I really like making games.
All right, well, that makes a lot of sense. And honestly, game looks like a lot of fun, and we all wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much for coming on and being part of the show.
One more thing, if I may.
Do it.
Yeah, so if you guys like watching devlogs, I'm inviting you to visit my YouTube. The videos are, let's say, creative. I won't spoil too much, but you can check it out by yourself. The channel's name is Game Devas.
All right,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you guys can make sure to add that game onto your wish list on Steam. And I guess we'll go take it back over to S-Fan for the next game.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Asman. We learned a lot, actually, there from Martinez. Not only did we learn a lot about the game, but we also learned that indie game devs are giga-chads who definitely have girlfriends. So that is true. You can be an indie game dev and a girlfriend haver at the same time. Our next game coming up is from Playdo, and it's a cute side-scroller puzzle game. It's called Lost Twins 2. Check it out. All right, Lost Twins 2. You guys can check that out on Steam. You guys can wishlist it there if you guys like. Our next game coming up is from Drachnik and Friends. It's an abstract puzzle game that you can use infinity to your advantage. It'll make sense after this trailer. Check out Patrick's Parabox, excuse me. Frick. All right, guys, you guys can check out Patrick's Parabox on Steam. I believe it's 20% off. You can get it today, actually, for 20% off on Steam, and it's going to come to consoles this summer. So check that out on Steam right now. It's coming to consoles this summer. And, yeah, let's take it to the stage to discuss. Asman?
Well, we got a lot to say. First game, Ready, Set, Ship, or Ready, Steady, Ship, excuse me. I kind of like the idea of the game, the premise. You work in a warehouse, you're doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and things just kind of spiral out of control from there. I like that a lot. What'd you guys think about it?
I immediately thought how cool it was that the developer himself, because I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, that looks like Overcooked. And then we talked to the developer and he's like, oh yeah, I really like Overcooked.
Yeah, it's like Overcooked, yeah.
It's so cool how indie devs are like putting their heart and soul into making more games, the things that they want to see in the industry. It's like actually, it makes me so grateful to be a part of this experience because, you know, devs are putting their passion in this and we get to see that on the stage.
True.
Personally, I think it looks really cozy. Like, it's a perfect game for me to unwind to, like, at night. I think it looks amazing, and yeah, it's just like super cute and really fun.
I would agree, Emily. This game reminds me a lot of Overcooked or Played Up, if you guys have ever played those games. But instead of really cooking, which is what you do in those games, you're moving boxes, and it's just completely different. But it just seems so cozy and fun to play with your friend. I mean, just honestly, ready, steady, and ship this game to my wish list. Because this game just looks incredible. I can see myself laughing until my stomach hurts with my friends playing this game, and it looks really exciting. And I'm excited to see what the devs can do. And
they let you take breaks, too.
That is a little bit unrealistic, but it's okay. It is a video game, and so we can all appreciate, you know, the focus on idealism, and that's great. The second game, Lost Twins. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the main thing I saw, like, I feel like kind of a dumbass even saying this, but like, I think the coolest thing about this trailer, I really liked the way the bird looked. I thought the bird looked really cool. And I never played It Takes Two because that would mean that I would need another friend. So, you guys ever play that?
I played the hell out of It Takes Two. It's super good. It reminded me of that instantly. And then it differentiated itself immediately when it like split the screen into four boxes, took the bottom one, put them on the top. It looks super interactive, man. It looks so fun.
That was crazy. I never personally have seen a mechanic like that in a game, and I just love the whimsical look of this, what they've done here. So, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I've never played It Takes Two or had a bird mount or anything like that. But
yeah, see that? Look how cool that bird is.
That's a cool bird.
You see how cool that's a cool bird.
It's
look at that! Wow.
Yeah, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful game. I mean, this game reminds me a lot of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. If you guys
really,
that game.
Wow.
What
are you doing in that game?
The art style is incredible in that game and in this game, which I'm very excited for. And yeah, I think this could be a phenomenal game. People love these kind of games where you basically play with your partner or your very close friend, and you just go along with a great journey like this, and it's just very cozy to play with a friend or, you know, somebody at night.
Oh, absolutely. And last game we took a look at was Patrick's Parabox, and this is you know what this game reminded me of? peeling the color stickers off a Rubik's Cube and then putting them back where they all match up. Because I've played games like this back in the day, and I would always, like, I would do like the first 2 or 3 levels, and I would think I was like some kind of a wizard or something, and then like level 5 would come around, and I would just...
You know what this reminds me of? The world's hardest game.
Yes, but you can move at your own pace.
Yeah, it looks and reminds me a lot of the world's hardest game, but this one just feels way more, I guess, intricate, is what I would say.
I thought it was going to be like the trailer where you were actually in a box over and over again. So
you kind of are.
Yeah, that's true. You were in a box, but I think I like the simple movement of it. It's like looks very easy to play and get into.
Yeah, I was watching the trailer and my head started to hurt, and it didn't really make any sense. And then now I'm seeing the breakdown footage. I get it, but still, like, I don't think I'm smart enough to play a game like this. But it looks cool, so I can watch other people play it.
Yeah, this game is just honestly very confusing to watch, but I'm sure, you know, once you get your hands on it, it's a very exciting game to play.
This is the kind of game that like a streamer can play, and like the viewer eventually figures it out before the streamer, and then that viewer calls the streamer stupid for like a month. Yeah, no, I know this kind of stuff very well. I've got a lot of experience with that, and yeah, anyway, that's pretty much where we're at. Obviously, if you guys want to vote on these games, discord.gg/OTK Network, and you guys can vote on this game. And you're also going to, of course, be able to decide the person who will win the $25,000.
And Aspen, really quick before we go, this is actually the PC, in case anyone wants to know. This is the PC that we were talking about. This is the mech PC that is brand new. This is the OTK PC. I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but that's
there.
The PC. Yeah,
there is a PC over there.
So that you don't get that PC, but it's like next to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the PC. We'll be back.
Okay. All right. So listen, I'm a little bit annoyed to say this, okay? And the reason why is because a few days ago, S-Fan got a chance to play Wayfinder.
What?
You guys can check out the trailer right now.
Wayfinders. Do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight. You rallied to protect the beacon, and paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who you were, who you are, and return to us.
This world needs champions.
So I'm actually extremely jealous of S-Fan. I've been following this game for the last 6 months or so. They recently had a beta, but it was NDA, so I didn't get a chance to play it. S-Fan did, and he got a chance to try out the mechanics, play the game, see what it's like. How was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was sick. Just straight up, it was sick. Yeah, I had a chance. This was a few days ago. I had a chance to hook up with the Wayfinder guys and get to do like a private demo online, which is cool. So we went and played the game, did some of the bosses. I got to take a look at some of the characters, and I mean, the game is really, really fun.
Well, let's talk about the characters, right? Because in a lot of RPGs, you have the warrior, the mage, the rogue, etc. In this game, you don't play as a class, you play as a hero. However, you can customize the heroes in a pretty large way, whether it's like single target, AoE, like, crit base build, dot base build, etc.
Right.
And I think that definitely, like you said, there are like echoes that you were able to get from some of the boss fights.
So,
and, like, get that to change it.
Exactly what you said.
Yeah.
You can do that through a bunch of different weapon options. Like each character, it's like a hero, not like a class, but it's a different hero that you have the different weapon options for, and it kind of changed their kit a little bit.
Yep.
Not their kit, but their playstyle. And you can get these echoes, and you can imbue their weapons with echoes, and these will be like stat increases. These will add additional effects to your stuff, like dots and stuff, like you mentioned. And yeah, I mean, I love.
So what's
that.
the boss fight like?
The bosses are good. Actually good. There's a lot of like traditional like RPG type of mechanics. Like I know this one.
It's like this because like basically what I've seen with a lot of these fights is like there's like, okay, obviously there's a red circle on the ground, which by the way in this game, thank God, they're actually easy to see. But also you have like platforming stuff too. Where, like, you have to like dodge stuff and like run around.
Hitting the nail on the head. Color palette is amazing because you can actually see things. You can actually see the mechanics. As far as like the platforming stuff goes, on that last fight, it actually showed where you had these like squares coming at you, and you had to dodge them by jumping on the other platforms, and then it actually shifts, and then they come at you from another side.
Right.
So then you have to just have that kind of like spatial awareness and the tracking to be like, okay, boom, and then you go to the next phase of the boss.
So what was this fight like? Like this one was like the mimic. This one you told me it's a mimic fight, right?
Yeah, essentially.
It comes out of a box.
It's Grand Deceiver Maris is the name of the boss, and it has a phase of the fight, a bunch of different mechanics. You go in there and you fight them, and at the end of the phase, splits up into a bunch of different chests, and then you go and you open each chest. Sometimes they explode, they do something. Sometimes it'll be like a mini boss, and then if you pick the right chest, then it actually goes into the next phase.
So like, do there like tanks and healers and DPS? How's it work?
It's not like a traditional setup like that.
Not Trinity, but like is it like a soft Trinity kind of like where it's like kind of like tank based?
Well, you kind of it is kind of like that, but it's not like exactly like that. Everybody has like healing. You have potions like
okay, so you get like potions. You
get like potions and stuff. I mean,
cool.
The way they use the potions, it's like a da type of heal. It's not like a slow chug or anything. It's like there's like a delay to it, and then boom.
So like the boss does something like, can you like parry or like, because like like in like Valheim or like a lot of games nowadays, like they've got a ton of like perfect parry, perfect dodge mechanics.
Exactly.
Right? Do they have that?
They have that exactly. You can parry, you can dodge. There's a bunch of defenses, and specifically there is like a perfect parry mechanic and a perfect dodge mechanic. You can like counter strike with that. So it's pretty sick.
Man.
I mean, Wayfinder, absolutely great. It was an amazing experience getting to play it, and yeah, just to go ahead and mention, if you guys type !Wayfinder in chat right now, you guys can find out a lot more, and you can have a chance to actually become a founder later this summer. And you can go to playwayfinder.com/press if you guys want to get involved. If you are a content creator and you want to get more involved, so
Write this down.
Here, do this. Go to playwayfinder.com/press, and you can have a chance to get involved. Like me, like I was.
Okay, yeah, it must be nice, huh?
Oh, it was nice. It was real nice. Yeah, absolutely, it was. Absolutely. So anyway. Wayfinder, check it out.
Early access this summer.
And speaking of RPGs, let's go to our next segment, RPGs. All right, so next up we are going to talk about our first game, which is from Star Drifters. And it's a game where it's an action RPG where you go in, you build and explore in a crumbled fantasy world. That game's called First Dwarf.
Well, we are far from home, Ragnar.
And of all the dwarves, I am stuck here with you.
Likewise, Ragnar. Likewise. But let's make it our home, then. Let's put your skills to the test, Ragnar.
More islands. As far as the dragon eye can see.
And one of them will be our next stop.
True. Look out.
Monsters. Don't worry. I've got it.
Oh, it's not the monsters. I think there is something much worse here.
You guys can check out First Dwarf on Steam right now. You can go add it to your wish list. That's available just like all the other games here at the Expo today. You guys can go and Steam wishlist everything. So make sure to go do that. Our next game coming up is from Sickinger Studio. It is a game where you can enhance your armor and combat abilities and run around and do different parkour stuff in an action RPG called Night Foretold.
The time has come. Go now, my son. Gird on the armor and bear thy commission. Venture forward into the darkness and bring forth light. For there hath been a prophecy of old, a night foretold.
Okay, that was Night Foretold. You can wishlist that on Steam right now, and also they have a Kickstarter that they're working on as well. So if you guys want to go support that game, if you want to support Night Foretold, you can check out the Kickstarter for that. Next up, we have a game from Otk Games, which is a beautiful third-person open-world adventure, Elements.
For thousands of years, brave warriors have journeyed to Elamithia in search of 8 magical stones hidden throughout the world. These stones possessed unrivaled power and divided what was once a peaceful world. Many have tried and failed to harness the magic of the stones. But now, that quest belongs to me.
You guys can add Elements to your Steam wishlist today. So make sure you guys go do that. Check it out on Steam. Add it to your Steam wishlist. And we are actually going to go ahead and throw it over to NMP and the Variety Gaming Desk to discuss our RPGs.
Thank you so much, S-Fan. And honestly, I am so excited because those trailers just blew me away. Like, you can ask Chance. I was just beaming with excitement. But before we get into it, I have to say, check out the merch, guys. We have the merch. The merch, yes, that merch is on sale right now.
This is available.
Yes, that's available. This is available. Those are available. It's all available. Check it out right now, guys. OTKnetwork.com. You can scan this QR code thing, whatever that is, the barcode. I don't know what it is. I'm too old. But either way, Chance.
Yes, sir.
The games.
So, I mean, we love the merch, by the way.
Yeah.
So we got the RPG games. We have the honor to go over some of these.
Those were sick trailers, and Nick was actually freaking out.
I was freaking out. Like
oh
that
isn't like, he was actually like, what is this? Oh my God.
RPG games can be some of the hardest to pull off because they're just such I mess with my mic. They can be just such massive projects, especially these big open world games. And for these indie devs to kind of take on the task, it's a tough one to pull off. But let's talk about First Dwarf as our first game here. So right off the bat, one thing I noticed is that little dragon started out on your shoulder, and by the end, you were riding it. I don't know what the kind of progression is on the dragon there.
So you're thinking maybe it grows up and you end up using them as a mount? Flying around.
So you've got dragon management, you've got your mech management, which you can clearly see on the screen, and you've got your staple RPG farming mechanics of growing your house, your building. And speaking of building, I saw some connecting wires at one point, which is going to be some fun base management. So kind of seeing their take on all of the progression in this game is really going to be
It's really cool because normally you go around as a character yourself and do it, but you get in a mech that helps you kind of optimize how you get resources. And also the size of the world feels massive.
It is.
It feels like you see that mountain distance, you can go there.
And that's what I was saying with like these RPG open world type games can be so hard to do for an indie team. And this game looks to have pulled it off. But not only does the mech help you farm and whatnot, I saw it doing a little bit of combat at one point. So we've got farming, you've got combat, you've got exploration. And the way you explore is what looks to be on the dragon flying. I see lava at the bottom here. So not only are you exploring the islands, you're exploring the bottom. This seems like a really rich world to kind of dive into. And I'm really curious to see more. Anything you'd like to add, Seer?
You said it all, Chance. You are the variety gamer.
Okay, what does this game remind you of?
Risk of Rain 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Nick, what do you think? Because you were really excited. I do want to hear your thoughts.
Because you know me, I love to be able to build things and sit there and grind, by myself. And this seems like the perfect game for me to do that. There's a little dragon walking around talking to you. So I really, truly won't feel too alone, which is great in games like these.
I'm looking here. I see mana, and I see the back of the mech has a blue pool in it. Maybe you collect the mana, and it fills up the mech. Yeah, and there it is. So,
that is awesome.
Robot management. You see the dragon on the shoulder. We're going to have to wait to see more from these devs, I assume, to really see how it all plays out and how it all works together. But this is a massive open world indie game, and it looks to be really cool just based on what we get to see here today.
I cannot wait to actually play this game. So let's check out the next one.
The next game on the list was Night Foretold.
Night Foretold. So can I talk about why this is so sick?
Go for it.
I mean, you can just see
it. There's nothing better than the satisfying movement in a game. And look at that. You fly over objects, you parkour, you can slide under a table.
I was losing my mind at this movement, by the way. Oh, my goodness.
I think the big highlight to this game is the movement. And it looks to be, instead of just simply swing your sword, it's a large... I want to know the control.
Did you see the loot drop right there? It was green, and he picked it up.
Yep.
That is...
We're going to have uniques, legendaries.
The
chests. The progression of this game I'm really curious about, but the actual combat looks really fun. I mean, I love the World of Warcraft looking character panel. I see the stats, I see armor, I see health, I see speed increase. Clearly the dev knows that the parkour is awesome and you can amplify your speed.
That is so sick.
I see a top-down open world here with probably quests. Guy just did a front flip into the city. So it seems to be a really big driving point for this game.
Yeah, when you have fluid movement like that, it just creates an overall kind of, you get little dopamine points in between doing tasks, and just that alone is going to make it so fun to play. I'm 100% going to be playing this.
A lot of dopamine coming in from all the gear upgrades, and I can see it here. It keeps it pretty simple, and it's going to feel pretty good. So there he goes. This guy doesn't use doors. So I'm curious to see more about this game, but the combat and the parkour is the real highlight. I've never seen anything like that. That was a cool
Absolutely.
flip.
You ready to check out the next game?
Yeah.
Let's check out Elements.
Yeah, next game on Elements. This
looks amazing.
This game looked like, it looks crazy. There's so much going on here. I want to know how big...
Look at that sword.
I want to know how big the dev team is because this is a massive project. There's so much going on. I saw multiple different weapons, so it's not just one weapon the whole time. I see tons of different mounts. I saw flying. I saw spells being casted. There's building mechanics.
Farming, crafting, gliding, climbing.
It has all of it. Even swimming. I saw some swimming mechanics at one point. So you're going everywhere.
It looks like there's a lot of freedom, basically, to do what you want to do in it.
Look at the... Oh, this is...
And so... it has everything, but then you look at the combat here, and again, you got multiple weapons.
Yeah.
So it's all
You
sorts
collect
of different
resources, and you can cut down trees. I love farming in games. I'm a farming nerd when it comes to games. I love to be able to sit there, grind, collect resources, and then build, craft, make a base, make a house.
I mean,
it looked like you could make a little village. Like, do you know if it's multiplayer?
At one point I saw them.
I saw
gliding.
2 people in there.
Okay.
If it's multiplayer, that is crazy.
So we can play, and he can go do his own thing.
Am I not invited, or who's not invited?
No,
I think this game is gonna be sick.
You can play with Co Carnage.
That would be awesome. My pleasure.
You want to play with Co Carnage?
I would love to. I'm not good enough, so I probably don't deserve it.
No, you're not.
Okay.
So what do you think about this game, Nick? What do you think?
I think this game is beautiful. Like the weapons and I'm kind of simple here, but the shininess of the weapons, always attracts me, like to play games. And
well, you can shrink as well. So
there's
you change
mounts
size depending on the mount.
I've seen different mounts. Mounts must have different abilities. Like this is right up my alleyway. Like I will definitely be playing this game.
I mean, the way you chop down trees is.
Oh yeah, you can build stuff. You can
farm. Farm.
Yeah. So this is. We just saw 3 amazing RPGs.
Yeah, those are massive projects, and I'm really impressed with all 3 of them.
You know what time it is, Sarah?
Ladies and gentlemen, back to S-Fan.
Well, thank you, Seer, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you. Guys, next up, we have a trailer for Evercore Heroes. Check it out. Evercore Heroes. Closed beta begins June 20th. I love that. I love the color palette of that, the fact that you can see all the mechanics, everything on the ground. And you know what else I love? I love the fact that we actually have an interview with CEO Travis George. Asman, let's have a word with Travis.
Oh, I think that's a great idea. I saw a message in chat about 20 minutes ago that said, why don't we bring on some developers and CEOs and have them talk about the game instead of these goblins. And he's banned now. It's okay. But I'd like to welcome Travis George to the show. Thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So what gave you the idea for Evercore? Because it's like it's got a MOBA-esque feel to it, but it looks like there's a lot more of a focus on PvE.
Yeah, so Evercore Heroes started out, and first off, like you said, it's pretty unique. It's not a MOBA, it's not an MMO, it's not an ARPG. It has elements of a lot of different games, but it's its own thing.
Of course.
And so somebody who played it the other day kind of described the experience as it's like competing for like a world's first, like every match with a lot more strategy and replayability. And so details-wise, like it's a competitive PvE, it's real-time, skill-based, and it's 4 teams of 4 basically going all out each other to save the world and prove that they're the best team of heroes.
And you get to beat that new boss that showed on the trailer.
Yeah, so the way the game works is that you and 3 other people join into a match. You and 3 other people join into a match, and everybody picks like tank, DPS, or support, the Holy Trinity.
Okay, so it has that.
It has
Got
that,
it.
and each, it's a hero-based game too,
Yeah.
so each one of those is super unique and plays differently. And then we match you up with 3 other teams, and we put you into a stage, which is like its own self-contained like raid. And so you jump in, and each one's different, and you're all competing in real time to essentially outplay each other and take down the boss. And
So it's like you're almost like speed running.
yeah, you know, actually, an early version of the game, it started out as kind of speedrunning.
Yeah.
But it really evolved into being more strategic. And the game itself is a lot more about really outplaying the other teams and thinking about what to do. So it's less element on like racing and more so about like gaining the advantage, outplaying each other and winning.
So what kind of friction ends up happening between like, one team and another team if they're going against each other? Like, are they able to actually kill each other, or how does that work?
Yeah, so there's no PvP in the game, but we're all cracking up over here. So there's no PvP in the game. There's no PvP in the game, but you're all competing essentially to gain advantages in the map. So there's you can power up, you can actually mess with other teams, you can make their maps harder.
Oh wow!
Actually, in the moment, you can actually real time like mess with them, like
so you can like grief them, like increase the mob's health, or make like an AOE happen.
Send enemies to attack their base and try to mess them up and get them out of their flow. You can steal resources from them, gain advantage. So you really have to outplay the other teams.
All right, that makes a lot of sense.
Is my mic even on?
Yeah, you can ask a question, Miss. Go ahead.
When you came on, people were saying spam this door to release Evercore. Is that a common thing around here?
It's probably some of the Evercore community. They're all watching. We have an awesome community that's been actually helping us build the game for the last couple of years. I think they're trying to like get. I think they're trying to like get us to like release a demo of the game or something.
Cool. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I saw them spamming like crazy. I was like, damn, that's a pretty solid community.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a community. And so can you explain a little bit, tell us a little bit about the development team and like your studio for making the game?
Yeah, so we're Vela Games, and this is our first game. We've been around for about 5 years, actually, and it started with 3 of us. And pretty awesome to have a couple really awesome, cool co-founders. One has worked in AAA for like 20 years on all kinds of different genres. One's an anthropologist who worked at Riot Games like twice over her different periods. And me, I've worked in games for 20 years now.
Wow.
AAA, got into MMOs because I was playing so much vanilla WoW.
All right.
And then eventually I ended up at Riot in 2008. And worked on League for about 9 years, including all the different kind of crazy modes like Dominion and Twisted Treeline and some of the stuff that nobody saw. But then also I was the lead producer for like season 2 through 4. And after Riot, I really just wanted to do something different. And so we all got together and said, let's build a game studio that has a whole different range of people, but also can build games that are really unique. And what we wanted to do was build games that have a ton of like depth and mastery to them, but also that you can play with other people and not, just like lose your shit and hate everybody.
So, because you worked on League.
I worked on League. Yeah, actually, several people on our team worked on League.
Okay.
So we kind of know firsthand that, a lot of times when you're playing these games that you love, you don't really love the experience with other people.
Yeah.
And, we can't solve internet toxicity or anything like that. We're not going to do that.
So it's a lot better to get mad at the bosses in the game rather than the players in the game.
Yeah, and the game too is super cooperative. Right. So you really have to work together, play together, and so it's really about playing together. How do you get better at the game? Well, you have to learn everything about the game. You have to learn all the boss's mechanics. But you have to also have to learn how to play together and work together as a team. Right. The best team will come out on top.
Makes a lot of sense. And if people want to support the game and play it, where can they go?
Yeah, so the closed beta starts on June 20th, and you can go to evercoreheroes.com and get into the Founders Pack, and that'll get you into the closed beta. Each Founders Pack also comes with a friend key, so you can bring a friend. So if you don't want to buy a Founders Pack, convince one of your friends to do it.
Right.
But also, like, we're super excited to be here, and we didn't want to just talk about the closed beta. We actually wanted to do something special for OTK.
Oh, that's nice.
And so I think what people are spamming the chat about is if you go to evercoreheroes.com right now, you can actually sign up, and we're going to run a limited time game night.
Oh, wow.
Community.
Oh, badass.
Like today, like right after the show.
Oh, shit.
And so anybody can go sign up, play the game. Like all the heroes are unlocked. The game's free.
They get what they want.
Download it, and we'll run it through midnight. And so basically, however many people the servers can handle can come check it out. And also, we've been in closed testing now for like 2 years. And so the NDA is now gone. So if you want to make some content, get an early jump on streaming, you know, if anybody here does that kind of thing,
once in a while.
can check out the game tonight. And so go to evercoreheroes.com, play the game tonight, including the Hard Frost Harbor map, which we just showed, which nobody's ever played.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. And now, whenever I get home, I might actually try it out. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks, chat.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, chat was very supportive. I was impressed. So, again, thank you very much. Evercore Heroes, Travis, thank you so much. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to move on over to a break.
Guys, I am so sorry I'm late for our LARPing session. What is that?
We're playing Diablo 4 co-op on the Xbox Series X, and we got the bundle, so we have extra endgame items.
No, not that. That.
The couch?
Yes, it's an anachronism. It's ruining my immersion.
And the Xbox and the TV aren't?
Welcome back, everybody. That was 20 minutes till dawn. Make sure to check that out. You guys can go and add that to your Steam wish list as well. And also, a lot of people had questions about that Diablo trailer. And the answer is yes, Tectone was wearing deodorant in the Diablo trailer. So, yeah, he was. Don't worry. Next up, we have our next segment, which is Creator's Choice. Our first game for Creator's Choice is a tower defense game from Literally Everyone Games. That's the name of the studio. Literally Everyone Games. It's called Mob Factory. Check it out. That was Mob Factory. You guys can check them out on Steam right now. There's actually a demo available as well. So wishlist them, and you can play the demo. You guys know Soda Poppin's a big tower defense guy, so we had to have a tower defense in our Creator's Choice. Another thing, speaking of Soda Poppin, you guys know about a little bit of a social deduction that he's done in the past. And our next game is just that. It's from World Makers. It is a social deduction horror game called Deceit 2.
I've been watching you.
All right, that was Deceit 2, which is actually in beta. It's actually in beta until the 12th of July. So you guys want to go ahead and check that out now as well. Make sure to Steam wishlist everything. Our next game coming up for Creator's Choice is actually from Barrel Smash Studios. Is it Barrel Smash Studios Party Limited? I think that's, is that right? Okay, it's actually a roguelike action strategy game with building involved in it as well. And that game is called Riftbound. All right, that was Riftbound. Riftbound, make sure to check that out on Steam today. Make sure to wishlist that on Steam as well. And our next game is Free Jam. It's from Free Jam, and it is a vehicle-based online PvP destruction shooter. So check it out, Robocraft 2. All right, that was Robocraft 2. Make sure to check it out on Steam. Add it to your wish list. But not only that, we have another interview available. So let's send it to Asmon for our next interview.
Oh man, I'm excited to do this. I love the games where you can just run into each other, and it's like it's almost like a what do you really want to call it? Like a sandbox almost for the game. So we're gonna be talking to Chris Cleveland, who's the community manager. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for having me here. You've been having some incredible games here. I'm really looking forward to going back and wishlisting some of them as well myself.
Well, hey, thanks for being one of them. So what caused you to make this type of game? What was your inspiration?
So basically, this is a sequel to a game that the development studio worked on about 10 years ago. We were creating a series of block-based games where you can build things with blocks, Minecraft, a bit like that. And basically, we thought, hey, what if we just added guns? People were making these kind of... people were making a lot of kind of single-player experiences, and we were like, hey, multiplayer, guns. Brilliant.
That's all you need, right? And so what happens? So do you queue into a game, and then... what happens? Do you make a character? Is everybody the same starting out? How does it work?
No, everyone starts off with... you can get a starter bot to begin with, or you can download bots from the CRF, which is the Community Robot Factory. People can upload their robots so others can use them.
Okay.
But most of our most dedicated engineers are basically creating their own robots, but they're creating them out of logics and pistons, axles, all of these things. Recently, they've discovered how to make mech legs, or kind of like ant legs.
Wait,
by
so they
studying how an ant
discovered
moves.
that? They discovered that through the tech in your game?
Yeah, so basically they've been able to create and recreate ant movement. And that's what you get to see in that trailer just right there. That was probably some more in the B-roll footage as well.
Oh my God. Well, that is incredible. Can you tell us a little bit about your studio, Free Jam?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we are a development studio, completely independent. There's about 20 of us working on the game right now. We have been in the industry for about 10 years, and our focus is turning players into creators. Any game we make, we want you to make something. Be it Card Life, you make a sword, you design the actual character. Robocraft, you make the actual machine itself and bring it online, and others can watch it. And they make some weird stuff. There is a problem sometimes.
So are we going to have a situation like Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda, where like a lot of people start playing this game and they start inventing all kinds of like really, really crazy like different bots to use?
Yes, definitely. So at the moment, we've got flyers as well. We've got some people making drones. We've got people making catapults.
Okay.
And there's going to be some really interesting new parts as well. So we've got mech legs coming as well. So you'll be able to create your own mech as well. And then more flying parts and various other stuff. We also have every single map in the game is created using in-game tools.
Okay.
So we have also the objectives, and in the future, we're going to open that up to players. They can create their own maps and game modes, and that'll be really fun as well.
Oh my God! So they just at a certain point, they're just going to be making the game for you.
Yeah, I mean, if they can make a machine, they can technically make our game for us.
I guess that makes sense.
It uses
right?
the same tools.
It's a simulation. Yeah, I understand it. Well, thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And people can wishlist this game right now on Steam. Is that right?
Yes, you can go to Steam to wishlist the game. You can also sign up for the playtest. And if you want to, and you want to play a really early version with kind of like scheduled time-based multiplayer, you could download it right now from robocraft2.com, the pre-alpha. But we have like hourly windows where we're testing the server because everything's server-side physics.
Oh, totally understand that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, best of luck to the game. It looks very exciting, and hopefully one day I'll be able to play it. And there you go. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually had a mod. His name's Free Jam, and he saw this, and he thought that somebody took his name or something like that. So
oh, really?
It's really funny. I just had to say the name of the studio at the time. Anyway, we're going to throw it on over to have a little bit of analysis, expert analysis by the Variety Gaming panel.
Thank you so much, Zach. We are the Variety Gaming panel, and we're back to give some great analysis. But before we do that, I got something really cool to talk about. Not the merch. There's a Mech PC giveaway. Yes, that is right, chat. Make sure you guys enter into this Mech PC giveaway. It's a custom 1 of 20. It's super cool. I wish I had this PC. I'm going to enter it myself. It looks super sick. You can look in chat how to enter the giveaway and things like that. Yeah, it is amazing.
Pretty dang cool.
It does look cool. It looks cooler than anything I have currently.
I want that now.
I want it. It looks even better than normal Star Forge PCs. I'm gonna keep it real. Those ones are cool. Look at this. Look, I mean, this is just mind-boggling.
And they're already the best PCs in the universe, so this is even a step up.
This is the best PC of all times here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It is greater than LeBron James.
The best PC in the multiverse, if you will.
Yeah, whatever that might be. But yeah, look at that. Super cool. Super sick. So. You ready to get into the games, Chance?
I absolutely am, Nicholas.
You look super excited. So
I am.
Let's just hop into the game.
So, Chance, I have to give it to you on this one.
Okay.
Okay. You are great at tower defense games.
I
know that's your thing. I'm not going to BS it.
You just don't have anything to say.
Chance,
no, I want you to talk about it.
No, Chance, I have
Let's
so
talk about
much to say.
Mob Factory.
Yeah, it's a tower defense automation game for the lazy adventurer. Smelt down enemy loot and turrets and factories to automate never expanding dungeon from the comfort of your own tower. I mean, obviously.
Okay,
but
so
I know you have passion for this, so you do it.
I am a massive tower defense fan. I grew up playing a lot of Warcraft 3 custom games, and the one thing that a lot of tower defenses don't have that I really love in these tower defenses, when you get to build the maze yourself. And I think I see that going on here, and it just keeps getting longer longer and longer and longer and going absolutely crazy. And there's a lot of different towers. I see some damage numbers coming out, but the mazing is really what feels good in these kind of tower defenses. So when I saw this, I'm like, yes, it's about time. I love the art style. I love the pixel art. The music seemed pretty good, at least in the trailer. I don't know if it's in the game, but I'm very excited for this tower defense game.
Me too, Chance. This is like a game that I'm going to play when I get home from a long day of work. I'm just going to get back and relax and, sit there and play this game. It's super cool.
I mean, I want to know more about it because I see all those materials in the bottom left. And usually in these kind of tower defenses game, they keep it pretty simple. You have your gold or cash, and that's your currency. But I see like 12 different currencies in the bottom. I don't know what those are. And that's one of those things
you gotta learn.
He's hovering over stuff, and it's certain required materials. I don't know how you get them. So a lot of unique things that might be coming out with the gameplay, with the whole map building and adding more squares and it getting longer and getting crazier over and over. I'm just really excited about this game.
So am I.
Well,
you know what?
The next one is a big one.
Let's talk about Deceit 2. Chance, you have a lot to say about Deceit 2.
I actually don't. I have some good things. Deceit, people love that game. A lot of our friends have played it. A lot of streamer groups go in. It's basically you find out.
Like a horror game where you're running away from demons.
Someone is sus.
Okay.
But it's a first-person
so there's one
game.
bad out of many.
You got to deduce who the bad person is, right? And looking at the trailer, it didn't reveal too much. But the fact that the first one is so, people love it so much, and we're getting a second one, I'm really curious to see what else is added aside from a graphics update.
It looks amazing.
I'm seeing B-roll. This is the first time I've seen. All I've seen is the trailer, so I haven't seen too much.
So this is something you get together with, can you get with a group of 9 friends and you kind of...
I don't know how many, but yes.
Okay.
Something like that, and one person is sus.
Okay.
You have to close your chats, and you got to find out who the sus one is. Yes. And there's different ways to deduce it. There's a nighttime phase where someone becomes a bad, and that's when they start killing you.
Wait a minute. I've played this game.
You probably have, Nick.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wait.
Yes.
We played this.
Yes, we have played it.
Okay.
We have played it.
This is Deceit 2.
I'm excited.
It is. I don't know if it's like fully being announced. People didn't know it's happening, but when I saw it, I'm like, oh, shit, they're making Deceit 2. That's awesome. So, yes, this game, the first one is loved. People still play it to this day all the time. And now the second one, I don't know when it's coming out and all that, but I don't know.
Are you pretty good at being sussy in those games? Or being a sussy boss?
He might have been one of the original sussy boss.
Stop.
You made a game popular, didn't you?
We're not going to bring that up.
Either way. You guys ready to talk about Riftbound?
Yes, so Riftbound. You both said you had no idea what was going on the screen when we were watching the trailer just a bit ago.
Yeah.
I did not say that at all.
Please explain this to someone like Sarah who doesn't get it.
Yes. Oh, help us.
Okay. It's clearly a take on Plants vs. Zombies in a way, at least the perspective of that, horizontal shooting waves of guys coming in multiple different lanes. There's going to be different towers, I guess, that you place, and you survive as long as you can. It's a roguelike. So, you guys ever played Plants vs. Zombies?
I have not played that game before.
I was at that time too busy hitting the clubs, meeting women, and just driving really expensive.
Okay, well, this is what I see in this game is a variety of different towers, a Pikachu-looking thing in the back there. And I saw some map progression, kind of like Slay the Spire, where you select which direction you want to go, left, right, select loot, upgrades. I'm not sure how the roguelike elements are in this game. I'd have to play it to see, but I know that I see cards now.
Okay.
So it's basically a Plants vs. Zombies meets a modern roguelike, and they've got some other elements added in that are, spells casted. It looks like, I don't know what they just did.
That looks like a boss fight.
I see barricades, boss fights, yep, and you got to survive. You got barrels being thrown, towers being killed. It's a really fun game.
You did a remarkable job at explaining that.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? You want to put it to the test again? Let's explain RoboCraft 2.
Well, we got to talk to the dev, actually. So this was amazing. The fact that
you're talking about for RoboCraft.
Yeah, moving forward to RoboCraft.
Right.
We got to talk to the dev. Yeah. And I think it was really cool that they have a community of 16 million people, and the fact that they are literally
community manager.
Yeah, developing the game. Mm-hmm. They are creating vehicles and making mechs and fighting them against each other.
That is a crazy deduction of what this game is. One thing I really like is how it's a lot of community-driven stuff. So Warcraft 3 custom games have always been like bringing out some of the best, things in general when you allow your community to make stuff, and that seems to be the foundation of this game.
Yep.
You build your own crafts, or your community does, which you can download. But not only that, he said you're going to be able to build your own maps. He's got their community building like Centipede.
Yeah, the community is making the game.
I mean,
what it is.
The physics and capabilities that it's giving the gamers themselves is absolutely insane. It seems like, you know, each piece can be blown off. I don't even want to know the physics
it looks like
behind that.
Someone's flying there on the right side of the screen.
We've got flying machines. We've got centipedes.
Okay.
All of these are built by players, which is insane.
That is.
And then you throw it into this kind of twisted metal vehicle battle thing with flying stuff and walking stuff mixed in. I mean, shit, we might have a map with water and we'll have a
This
boat.
looks really cool, and I think Seer will be really, really bad at it.
Absolutely.
No. I would thrive in this environment. I'm not even joking.
No, you wouldn't. But you know what?
What?
You know who would thrive?
I know who would thrive in almost any environment. Ladies and gentlemen, back to S-Fan.
So stupid. Okay. We turned around and I was still on.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, Seer. Guys, we have from Julio Quiroz our first of our next set of games coming up. It is a 2D action fighting game called Resistance 2046. Resistance 2046. That looks sick. It's like it looks like a trash talk game. It might be one we might do in the future. We'll see. Guys, our next game coming up is from Soul Game Studio. It is a bullet hell Metroidvania type of game, and it's called Mini Shoot Adventures. That was Mini Shoot Adventures. Make sure to check that out on Steam. You can add that to your wish list. And also, as well as Resistance 2040X, you can add that to your wish list as well. All the games, you can add it to your Steam wish list. If you want to do that, make sure to go and check it out. There's going to be a whole page with all the games from the expo on there that you can go through and you can add them all to your wish list if you guys like. And our next game is from Last Credit Games, and it is a top-down bullet hell arcade shooter, and it's called Bullet Casters. All right. That was Bullet Casters. You guys can check out Bullet Casters on Steam as well. You guys can add that to your wish list, add your Steam wish list to your wish list, get another Steam account, add everything to your wish list twice. It's going to be great. Bullet Casters, check it out on Steam. And our next game coming up is from Astrolabe Interactive, and it is an open world naval combat game. The game is called Aloft. All right, that animal update is coming. The animal update is coming there at the end of June. You guys can get the demo right now. You guys can wish list it right now. Bit of a sandbox game, super cool looking. And for our next game coming up, it's from 85 Plus Games. It's I don't know. There's not too much to be said about this game. I don't even know who would try and own one of these games, but it's called Unrooted. You can check it out. You'll learn more about it. That was Unrooted. Yes, Unrooted, the game that Mizkif paid Sinak to work really hard on, and then he was going to take all the credit on it. So Unrooted is available to be added to your Steam wishlist now. It's coming very soon, very, very soon. So let's throw it to the stage to discuss. Asmon?
All right, well, here we are. Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. I think Resistance 204X was the first game. Miz, I mean, I'm sure you've probably taken extensive notes on the game. What do you think about this game?
Asmon,
Take a look at it.
I love this game. This is exactly what the Game Expo is all about for me. It reminds me of Nidhogg with a little bit of Lethal League, two of my favorite games. Really exciting to play this. I love the controller adaptability that you could do right here in the game. The art style to me is just something that stands out. It's that like 70s style that they're going for. Really pumped for this one, and I think it can go very far. And you can get it right now in your wishlist chat. Resistance 2040X. Go ahead and grab it. But Emily, what do you think?
I agree with what you're saying. We said earlier that this would be a great trash talk game, and I completely agree. I think it's the anti-air concept is also extremely cool and different, and I think it looks great.
So, Miz, you like Lethal League. Who's your favorite character in that game?
By far, the girl with the hair on it.
The girl.
The girl is by far the best character.
The girl.
Yeah. I play a lot of games, so I don't really remember characters as much.
Right. Yeah, this looks like a fast-paced, cool fighting game. Really cool visuals, bright colors. It looks great.
Yeah, exactly like
X,
Lethal League.
cool music.
Which I'm really excited for.
Yep.
Emmy,
One of
what's your favorite
games?
character, by the way, Lethal League?
Candyman.
Ooh. Do you have one?
It was Candyman.
Oh.
It was
yeah,
Candyman.
The girl.
Not anymore,
Candyman.
No, it was Candyman.
Makes sense. Next game, Mini Shoot Adventures. Well, take a look at that, see what people have to say. And you guys have any thoughts about that game?
Yeah, this game, I think it's a very unique style. I do like the camera, how it's panned out a little bit. This game is the kind of game, and I may be wrong, I feel like I'll be in like a Discord call with like people in OTK and like S-fans talking about a stream and I'm not really listening. So I'd play this game in like the background and just like kind of do both at the same time.
Oh, not listening to your friends. What else is new, Miz?
I just feel like it's a really it seems like a really chill game to play. It's the Galaga-like shooting with those kind of bosses look fantastic, and this actually reminds me of a game I used to play when I lived with Nick.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
I mean, I feel like this game obviously looks like it's a very, very chill game. You know, it's a very relaxed game. You can just sit back and play it. Which means that if I played this game, I would go absolutely fucking ballistic apeshit, getting mad at it, quitting the stream, getting mad at people, banning people, etc. But, I mean, to be honest, it plays very well. It plays very well. It's extremely responsive. I've seen this whole thing, I think, a couple of times already, and I was actually really impressed by just, like, the movement and everything like that. What'd you guys think about it?
One touch that I like is the bold outlines on all the projectiles for the bullet holes. So it's really easy to visually see what all's happening on the screen. So even when it's cluttered, it's very easy to read.
And I really enjoyed the smooth movement. It looks like butter, just the way that the character's going through it. So, yeah.
So, like, we had this game, and this is like a slow version of the next game, which is Bullet Casters. And it's kind of like, imagine if that game that we just saw had like 50 other ones at the same time, and they were happening and they were way faster. And so, like, I remember these types of games back whenever I would go to the arcade, and they cost a lot of money. It was like probably $3 or $4 just to get through the first level of this one. What do you guys think?
Reminds me of Toho, and it's got really cool bosses. I like the animations and colors.
I know I would be horrible at this game. It's like, it looks so hard, but that's like part of the challenge, right? Is being able to beat the levels. So it looks very, very fun and challenging.
Yeah, the art style really, I think, is what you're going to take from here. It's just a beautiful art style. It's the smoothness that you're having with the frames, I think, is just incredible to do as an indie developer. And overall, this game looks really great, Asmund.
You know, to me, whenever I watch runs of games like this, I've watched many bullet hell games like this, one of my favorite things to do is watch people play the game on ultra super hard expert, and then they do everything right, except for they get hit by one thing, and I call them stupid. That feels so good.
Have
It's like
you ever
watching
played
the
Super
Olympics.
Hexagon?
Say what?
Super Hexagon?
No.
See, Super Hexagon reminds me of this a lot. Where
Really?
You're like, it's crazy, like, feels Dankman style game, but at the same time, you're trying to...
So anyway, the next game is a loft here, and I kind of like that. I mean, so you have like a boat, but the boat is a rock, and instead of water, it's air, and like it makes sense because it's like a loft, because it's like lofty, it's in the air. So what do you think about that one?
This game is, I mean, in my opinion, this looks super cozy. This game just feels cozy, incredible art. I can see myself playing this with Britt, really excited about it. The flying mechanics in this game, I think, are also going to be very exciting. And just overall, the customization that's available. Bringing these games to light is really what the Game Expo is all about, and I'm really excited that it's here.
I wonder if you can actually make the turtle, because they had the turtle in the game, and that's part of the animal update that they're showing. But I wonder if you can actually like put enough rocks together and make it look like a turtle, and it's like it just turns into a turtle.
I know that they have the goat, so I think this game really does have everything. It has, you can customize, you can build, you can pet animals, which is coming soon.
Yep, that's what's important.
Yes, exactly.
The flying mechanics alone are very impressive for an indie developer. And also having a boat in the air that is customizable is...
This is not your handwriting, dude.
What the fuck is going on over there?
This isn't your handwriting.
What are you doing?
This is Chance's handwriting. What? They literally stole Chance's notes.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Everyone cheated on school. I thought I'd do it.
That is actually
speaking
true.
of stealing somebody else's stuff, let's actually look at the next game, Unrooted.
Yeah, so this is just basically Jump King.
Yeah, so I was actually about to say, this game reminded me a lot of Jump King.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you're the developer, right? So is there going to be pay to win in this game?
There will be no pay to win.
Why not?
I actually chat, to talk.
No, look at your notes. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't need notes. I played a lot of platformers in my day. I played like Jump King, and I'm really excited to be here. This game we've been working on for a few years now. I actually had Sidak grab a bunch of people, and they've been working on this game tirelessly for a few years. We actually had it almost complete about a year ago, but we wanted to basically revamp it to make it super exciting for chat. It's a unique playstyle to platformers that hasn't been done, but it's a cute game. It's very simple. It is similar to Jump King, but there's a lot more technicals to it. You can stick to walls. The jumping style is different, and you can't get it yet. It's actually available for your wish list right now, but we're looking to fully put it out there in like November or December of 2023.
So is there going to be like gacha in the game?
Why do you think I'm just going to put gacha in the game?
Well, I've been playing a lot of recent games.
Do you think I'm not going to do? There's no gacha in the game.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. Well,
it's just
I tried,
one
guys.
Game,
hey,
that's it.
It is what it is. Amy, what do you think of this game?
I think this is what the Games Expo is all about. This really reminded me of a game where I'll be laughing until my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
But I like the new environments that have been added. It's nice to see that more progress has been made on this game. It looks really cool and cute, and yeah, I'll be excited to try it.
I think the game looks kind of bad.
Ooh.
On opposite day.
Okay.
It looks great, really great. I could tell the developers put a lot of love into it, and I like the characters. They're really cute.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long journey with this game, a very expensive journey, and but it's really fun to have your own ideas come to life. I have a great team that worked on it, and being able to showcase this game in front of all you guys today is really what the Game Expo is all about, and I'm just glad to do this. Thank
That's
you,
crazy. So anyway, I want to go ahead and remind you guys that this is your last chance, actually, to vote. And if you want to vote for the game that's going to get $25,000. And again, that's going to be happening just probably a little bit right after this break that we're going into in a minute here. But I want to say make sure to vote now, because this is going to be your last chance, and then we're going to announce the winners of the whole expo. So thank you guys so much already for voting and for watching and everything. We're going to go to the last ad break, and then we're going to look at who won. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. You guys just saw Tolan Worlds. You can play pre-alpha, and you can sign up for updates at tolanworlds.com. So that's about it. Aswin, you want to take it away?
Yep, well, there it is, boys. Well, we went through a lot of games today. I don't even know how many. There were dozens of them.
A lot,
and,
several dozen.
A lot of you guys had a lot of votes as well. So in just a couple minutes here, we are going to go ahead and let you all know who actually is going to be winning the collective $50,000. So again, there's going to be two different categories. There's going to be Chat's Choice and also the OTK pick. So as soon as we get word from production, we're going to go ahead and let you know. So, man, I feel like a lot of the games look really nice this year. I'm excited.
I was very, very impressed. Very impressed with a lot of the games coming out this year here at the Games Expo this year. So I know this is a hard choice. This is a hard choice for a lot of people going to the Discord and making sure to vote. Again, this is for $25,000 for each voting. So a total of $50,000 is going to be given away. And we're incredibly excited, man. I mean, just the opportunity to show off all these indie games. I mean, there's a lot of developers, man, that, you know, people that are really talented. They have really good ideas. They work really hard on all this stuff. And how many guys did we talked to a few guys today that it was just one.
It's
right?
one dude sitting in his room. It's like, I'm at my studio. It's called my room. You know, that's it. And so, I love that. I feel like that's really what gaming has turned into, right? I mean, you've seen so much democratization of gaming, like platforms like Steam that allow you to upload. You have, like, you know, tools, resources, the whole internet, everything like that. And honestly, we're here for it. And I feel like we've had so many just absolutely crazy indie games pop off over the past, like, I'd say 5 or so years. And I think they've been, I would say, genre defining. You look at something like Vampire Survivors.
Literally
defined a genre. You look at something like Valheim even, like, you know, kind of reinvented a bit of a genre. And I'm happy to be part of it, man.
It's super, awesome. Super cool, man. I mean, getting to do this show last year and then doing it again this year. I mean, it's an incredible amount of work goes into it. Our production team, our staff, of course, the wonderful
I want to re-emphasize here that, you know, the people that are really doing a lot of the work, well, I guess, okay, let me do, right now, you don't see the people that are doing a lot of work, right? It's been mainly the other people behind the camera and behind the screen, but we did just get word of the winners of Chat's Choice and the OTK pick.
Before we do that, let's bring up everybody else.
Let's actually bring everybody.
Let's bring up everybody else who does all the work.
We're doing it yet. All right, let's do it.
Oh, you okay?
Whoa. God. We love it.
It's a tradition.
It's
a tradition.
True. So true. All right, everybody make it up? Okay, all right, we're safe. Okay, so the winner of Chat's Choice is going to be the engineer.
Woo!
Big surprise. There it is. Congratulations to the engineer.
Congratulations.
And that was the one that made fun of me. So thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. That's great. And we also have the winner of the OTK pick. And that game that we chose is going to be Creature Keeper.
Woo!
Yeah! Gentlemen, we've had an incredible, amazing, crazy show, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched. Thank you to everybody who's made this show a reality, from our production team to our sponsors to everything else in between. Thank you guys all so much. This show has been a tremendous success, massive for us, and we really appreciate all the everything you've given us. So thank you so much. And Mad Mushroom as well.
Mad Mushroom as well.
That is, I can't believe it. Wow. 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 There it is. Thank you guys so much. And until next time, boys.
Bye.
Peace.
That's what
See
the
ya.
Games Expo is all about.
Peace.
That really is what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.